GG have had their fair share of good maps on it. We've also seen losses as well, but nothing in this new roster. And Bank is where we determine it. Both teams quite like their Bank, especially the Chiefs. So this is really exciting. I mean, the last 2 times Chiefs played this map, it was a 7-0, by the way, just for reference. So this is a really good map for Chiefs. And I actually think, arguably, this is a better veto for Chiefs than the last time these 2 teams met.
Vinny, I don't think you could get a better close. A decider on Bank for the Montreal spot between these 2 teams. I pray we get there, because that's going to be good.
It's my favorite map. I love Bank so much. I loved playing it. I love watching it. I think there's just so much room for creativity, and it takes a lot where like you can study the other team. So if there are VODs on either team on Bank, there's a lot that you can take from that, and you can really counter strat on that map. And in saying that, whoever defaults better is also going to be better as well. So I think there's so much room on that last map to see really who is the best team. And yeah, like you said, I hope it gets there.
Well, generally we like to take the piss a bit and throw with something irregular, to say the very least. But I know these 2 boys are going to do this game justice.
I just hope the game is going to do the game justice. That's why I'm a little bit nervous for this one, Rob. We've got a huge grand final, arguably the biggest one we've had at least 3-4 years, maybe all the way back when it was Bliss Chiefs. Now it's GG Chiefs. Once again, best of 3 grand final. You win, you get to go all the way to Canada and go to the Montreal Major. You lose, you stay home, you watch on, and you think about what could have been. Cafe to go first. Map pick, GAIMIN Gladiators. Chiefs on the defense.
Well, we're halfway there, Jake. We have been begging for this matchup since the very start. We don't typically play favorites as talent, but we just really wanted to see this storyline come to a head in the grand final. We got that, and now we just sit along for the rest of the ride. We really hope this goes all 3. I mean, all 3 maps. Bank is going to be utterly insane.
If we get there.
If we get there. GAIMIN Gladiators, though, still going as pretty firm favourites.
Who wins it? Guys, who wins it for you?
GG.
GG. 2-1, 2-0?
I think my head is saying a 2-0. My heart definitely wants a 2-1, though.
My heart's saying Chiefs 2-1 in an all-time classic. My head, though, does say GG, maybe even 2-0. That's the realist, though. The question will be, can the Chiefs show up? They are the underdogs here. Do not get it twisted. GG are the champions looking to keep their throne. But right now, the best rated player in the region, Jigsaw. Number 1 EPS. Played once, of course, but still, number 1, 132 EPS. Number 2, Tuhan. And arguably the number 1, let's be real. He has been outstanding. Plus 46 on KD, plus 4 entry. The highest survival rate that we've got, 47%, 78% cost. He's been insane. Quiz, though, what a stage. Can he show up in a grand final, though?
Yeah, big question marks, and I'm sure a lot of nerves, but also excitement inside of this server at the moment. Who can hold their nerve over the next couple of hours? Well, we will get an answer to that on the other side as the ban phase does play out. Now, we have precedent on this map between these 2, very recent, October 6th in the R6 APAC Cup qualifier, an important game to secure a spot at the LAN in Japan. 7-5 result in the end here on Cafe. It was the final map in the series. In terms of the bans, we saw the Monty, but we also saw the Ying in that series. This time around, the target ban onto the Nook. Defensively, back in that series, it was the Azami and the Mirror combination. This time around, exchanged out for the Echo. So, indicating to me that GG took some learnings from that particular series, and much like we kind of saw against Saved, right? Pretty eager to target ban what they don't like and try to play into that.
Well, let's get underway. Grand final time, best of 3. GAIMIN Gladiators and Chiefs to go toe-to-toe. There is a bit of recency, as you mentioned, of course. APAC Cup, all the way, of course, back on a couple of play days ago when they met before Jigsaw did join.
10 seconds remaining.
It's going to be, hopefully, a long one. I really hope that this goes the distance. All eyes will, of course, be on Oda against his old team. Tuhan, the best player so far, and, well, a lovely little divide down the middle. What was and what is Oda, formerly of GG, replaced by this man on your left in Tuhan. But what a stage he has had. The opening kill, well, I'm not actually sure who's got it. It's Brendo. It's on to Jigsaw. What a statement early on. But no reaction in the player cam from Brendo. It's all serious business for GAIMIN Gladiators. The epitome of professionalism for this roster and why they've been so good. Now they are attacking here on Cafe. This needs to be a good early half from Chiefs on defense. They go Kitchen to begin. And without Jigsaw, admittedly, on the Goyo, the Vulcan canister would have already been placed. So not the worst loss in terms of utility. But you lose your top player.
Yeah, trying to find that spawn peak potential over towards bus stop window. Spawn peaks particular strategy unlikely to work against GG, you would imagine, and we'll see how the attack now can play into this advantage. Aggressive as army hold here. Chiefs looking to battle their way back into the round.
Oh, he
the
wins that.
re-peak from Quiz. He's progressed forward. He's played so confidently this stage. Bit of an over-aggression, but he'll hold his ground at the moment.
Should have got that kill. Had an opportunity. Will he live to regret it in the meantime? No. Doubles down. Couldn't get the second, though, onto Sage. Good little pinch. Chiefs keep their advantage as they got a couple of kills in that moment. Brendo, though, re-establishing order. 2 versus 2. Oda creeping over towards Prep. Wedables, Brendo versus Oda and Tex here with still well over a minute remaining in the round. Wedables droning over towards Freezer. Back of sight clear.
That was a really nice play from Quiz, and there is issues with the kill feed at the moment. He did actually get that trade with the pistol.
Yeah,
you're
right. I did not. I was wondering how it got to an advantage for Chiefs, but yeah, kill feed bug is prevalent.
2v2. 2 very strong anchor operators available though here for Chiefs. Oda off guard inside of Prep. Aggressive position, but he wins the fight.
Oda takes down Wedables in the 1v1 as Brendo by himself makes his way in towards Bakery. And despite a solid start from GAIMIN GLADIATORS, Chiefs have been able to get themselves into a very winnable position. Tex, though, shows himself now very low on health for both of the remaining defenders. Flash in towards Prep, clears it out, but not holding it anymore is Oda. Instead, now just close left on the doorway. Oh, default was still up. 30 seconds left, and Oda had all the information. That is a strange little error coming from GAIMIN GLADIATORS. Chiefs will take the opening round. Default.
Strange error indeed. Maybe the pressure of the grand final already starting to play in the minds of GG. A simple mistake to make, but one that proved to be rather costly. It didn't give Brendo much of a chance to fight his way through that cross, and both of those defenders were low on HP, and Brendo has the skill and the ability to, on occasion, pluck those results. But that round, to me, really reflective of sort of what Vinny, I think, was discussing on the desk, right? Fundamentally and strategically, it's almost impossible for Chiefs to win the series in that regard, just due to the experience and longevity of GG, Titan on the roster, etc., etc. But they have the ace up the sleeve of being aggressive. They've had so many players absolutely fire up inside of the server week in, week out. And we saw that in the previous round, the aggression from Quiz front door. We saw the off position from Oda that he was able to win. Kitchen Prep, just a couple of isolated examples where that aggression, that re-aggression from Chiefs.
Is Oda hiding
really
the Kaid? I don't think so. He is, it's soft, but he makes his way back out now.
5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that was an intriguing battle between Quiz and Tuhan. Credit to Quiz. I mean, I think you've got to probably not fear the repercussions of being almost too over-aggressive in a matchup like this.
They already lost first pick, right? So you try and make the play and see if it works, and it did.
Tuhan, of course, fighting in this matchup to make his first international event. Different stakes for different players. Lovely overview of the battlefield. Fisher on the Grim as he makes his way over to the roof. Bar Cocktail for this second round.
How do you think they're going to go and attack this half? Vinny highlighting on the desk that it did drop off in their last game for GG. I will say, in that R6 Cup match, though, again, on Cafe, they were able to claim 5 attacking rounds. 5 attacking rounds. And if they are to replicate that here, it's going to have to be flawless from here on out for the rest of the half.
Probably take one out of Titan's playbook, though, and say different day, different game. But it was the same map. Certainly some kind of relevancy.
Same team, most notably.
Yeah.
Different circumstances, though. Heavy repel game being employed from GG in through Lounge.
Lots of information off the beast from the Kawan Hive launcher, and Tuhan's going to go straight into Lounge along with Brendo. They might just send it down White Hallway. One in towards Washroom. That was Quiz. Probably wasn't expecting so much pressure. Wedables making his way in. This is a lovely looking attack. Well set up from GG, but they did lose one in Sage. Holding deep, Tex in towards Cocktail. has a lovely deployable shield to actually kind of counteract this very aggressive play from GG. He is well set up to actually deny any kind of deep aggression. And Chiefs have got themselves the slight advantage, despite the fact that GAIMIN Gladiators have really brought the pressure. Great shot from Brendo. Has started well, has the young GOAT, and takes down Jigsaw. 3 in the round now from Brendo. He's got 5 already inside 2 rounds. Cairo by himself. It's not quite the Cairo v Logic battle anymore, and he loses out to Brendo. That's what you want from one of the top players in the region. Some would regard as #1, but Tuhan maybe displacing him. And GAIMIN Gladiators on the board. It's 1-1 in the grand final.
Yeah, it's a bit of an unusual defensive setup there from Chiefs. They elected not to bring the Azami, no extension lounge. GG droned that. And we saw the synchronized repel, and they just send it down White Hall. The backline showed some resistance from the defense, but then Brendo able to march his way forward, find pick after pick, and denied the retake attempt in the end as well there from Cairo. So pretty decisive attack there from GG. It looked like for a split second it may have been dislodged successfully by the defense, but that brute force effort paying off. And I feel like we've probably said a couple of times throughout this stage, it hasn't been massive from Brendo so far. He hasn't had any huge games. But if there is any time to peak, it goes without saying, the grand final is the absolute most opportune time to do so. And 6 kills in the first 2 rounds is not too shabby.
Yeah, and again, I think that's just simply based on what we've seen from him historically and how good he can be, that even dropping down to being regarded as the quote-unquote 6th player in the region, plus 24 KD, plus 2 entry, 71% cost. I mean, he's putting up great numbers, 115 EPS. He has been sensational this stage, but we know that he can be regarded as the perennial #1. But I think Tuhan joining this roster and being, well, just as good at fragging out has probably limited his fragging potential. But boy, he just looks in his element here in the grand final with it all on the line. He has already shown up 6 kills in the opening 2 rounds from Brendo. None from Tuhan, but you know he's going to eventually get going. Now onto the Deimos. I also love the setup there from GG and the way that they attacked that site. We don't see that from a lot of the teams in this region.
Yeah, so a slow start for Tuhan, but again, his service is not necessarily required with Brendo playing well. He'll find himself on Deimos here for this particular round. Likely an attempt to try and flush out the heavy roam game being employed here by Chiefs. Oda to play contact in train. Pretty critical part of the map to lock down to minimize that pressure in towards dining. Tasked with having a read over towards mining and playing this well at the moment. Is the target of that death mark though. Pressure below from Tuhan. He will be safe from the vert, but this information will be relayed to the rest of the team.
Well, so far into the 3rd round we go, and it's been Brendo to get the opening kills in the opening 2. Will he find a 3rd in a row? The Blitz Rush does come in through Weatherballs. Nitrocell on one side, Oda trying to do his best, but such is the case in the current meta. Fisher Guy as well helping out with Weatherballs, and they are actually able to now find a 3rd attacking opening kill from 3 rounds for GAIMIN Gladiators. With Oda falling, it puts Chiefs on the back foot once again. No Nitrocell either from Tex in terms of utility for Chiefs now. They're certainly on the lower side. And good train control too for GAIMIN Gladiators.
Jigsaw looks like a lurk threat here, potentially over towards Bar though. We'll be keeping a close eye on him. Quiz elects to fall off, so it is just Jigsaw on the top floor. Quiz immediately finds himself in an engagement, forced back. Flashes up above. Did GG have a read onto the Vigil? Body language suggesting that they may. Elsewhere though, Wedables looking to go for the plant.
Oh,
gets
shot
denied.
down. Quiz, what an angle!
There is a player on Mint Repel here. Jigsaw needs to be careful to his right.
Love the vert that Jigsaw still actually holds. You're right though, Repel, all that doesn't matter. Quiz has found another one. Fisher Guy will fall. So the double push in towards Fireplace does not work. 35 seconds now left in this round. Brendo towards White Stairs, and I think all their focus is going to be towards site. This is going to really aid in Jigsaw's flanking potential. No more on that Repel. Oh, GAIMIN, so annoying and so little time, and now they know exactly where he's pushing from. Tuhan, though, expecting that vert to be played. Shots coming from Jigsaw. I mean, this is looking very much like a Chiefs round. Quiz has found a 3rd. Could he go and find himself maybe a 4th later on? Tuhan, the only one left standing. Over towards Pillar. Does get the kill onto Cairo, but he is into red time. Another GAIMIN stepped on. And another one for good measure as well. You know that swing's coming. Bulletproof camera is up as well. Does get the kill, but ends up tying to the GAIMIN anyway. A fascinating round, but Chiefs will take it. They go 2-1 up.
And a good confidence builder for Quiz as well. Typically, in years gone by, he has not been highlighted as a star player in the region, but he's certainly had a standout stage here in the back half of 2024 and did a phenomenal job in denying that blitz plant idea employed by GG off the back of the clear onto Oda, which was incredibly successful. The pressure from the Deimos, the utility, followed up by the blitz, a frag grenade, etc., all layered into that position. Made it pretty easy to unlock, but lacking the protection onto the plant proved to be very costly. GG map, Chiefs looking pretty decent here on defense. I don't want to make the call too soon.
Nah, it's early days.
But it does feel like a competitive match, definitely, which is what we want to see.
That's what we want to see.
Long way to go.
And you know that for Chiefs, this is going to be the one time they're going to be thoroughly locked in. They'll actually take probably a page out of GG's book and just try and really stay focused here. Even if you get a lead, you know GG, more than any team in this region, is capable of bringing back any kind of deficit. It's only 2-1, it's early days, but it's kind of the mantra that they need to hold throughout this series. They can never get ahead of themselves. One round at a time mentality, as a wise man once said. You look at that scoreboard and you think it's 0-0. That wise man was digital.
Wouldn't be an O's broadcast. Grand final.
Grand final,
a shout out.
Was he a 4-time champion?
It's on the bingo card.
Mate, come on, digital.
Oh, you
always-
did play for Chiefs.
That's why I'm saying it.
Yeah, good to have the Chiefs brand back in O's Siege.
A lot of history when it comes to this grand final. GG as a roster and what they did with Bliss, and now Chiefs coming back in as an organization and what they've been able to do in Oceanic Siege. Chiefs also dominated in terms of an era when, you know, throughout COVID, for example, and lack of land potential. Could this be their time? Brendo, so good so far. 7 kills, but matched in that round by Quiz. This time, Default's not left up. 4th round. So far, so very much entertaining from these two teams.
Yeah, leaning heavily into vert this time around for GG, so full map clear. Ram butt combination to eventually get to work in through train and dining.
That's not what I was aiming for. Stand by
Defensively, it's looking rather similar, most notably that really aggressive Azami over towards front door to try and prevent GG from unlocking more of that horizontal potential for the attack. And that could be quite important, especially if GG are electing to go for something like a freezer take. It may free up the defense to play a bit more aggro over towards VIP, for instance. Oh, good Twitch drone denial. Yeah, it didn't get the Vulcan canister either, so no value from that first shock drone. The Maestro counter here. Wow, really farming drone economy.
It's 4 drones left, I mean, with a minute remaining, and the fact that...
all that util,
Yeah.
even more importantly, right?
More importantly, keeping that Vulcan canister still up. Here comes the shock drone to try and deal with it. In fact, it will pop one, and doesn't get the second, though.
That's really well played by Oda. Again, it's a stat that's not going to go on the scoreboard. Both cams are up as well, even for info and plant denial. How are GG going to deal with this?
Yeah, it's a really good plant denial Vulcan canister that still remains up with 40 seconds remaining. They still haven't really even cleared out things like bakery guards. This is looking a little bit strange. It's going to have to be like a white stairs push in towards freezer, but you still got that Vulcan canister. Good vert over towards train and mining.
Is it a freezer hit, though?
Well, if it's bakery, that it's very late, and then you've still got good presence here from Chiefs. I mean, this is looking like it's going to have to be a drop.
Yeah, there we go.
And then goes Fisher Guy, but where do you go to from here? And he does have the diffuser. Good kill from Tuhan. He gets the opening kill in this particular round, but traded quickly by Quiz. Now to 6 kills. Brendo, slow approach through VIP. So little time remaining. The pick does come through from the doorway. Still an advantage for GG right now. Red ping information, and time becomes the biggest factor. The Vulcan canister has, of course, exploded. Brendo not taking a lot of damage from that Maestro cam. Oda has to try and clutch the round. He knows where that plan is going down. He has that information. Can he deny it? From above is Wetter Balls. Indeed, he will. Oda wins the round for Chiefs. Couldn't deny with the Maestro camera, but he gets his legs moving and makes his way over with the bullet hose, and he gets the kill to deny the round win for GG. Despite the fact that Wetter Balls still had vert position, he was not able to deny the push from Oda. 3-1 lead for Chiefs.
Chiefs in that round leaning very heavily into bunkering down, playing both info gathering and denial, really spearheaded by the Maestro. That is only the 12th round out of 442 rounds we have seen Maestro here in OCE for the stage. It has been far from a regular pick, and I would make a very strong argument it won them the round. It denied so many regular drones, the shock drones, limited impact, the Vulcan canisters, again, were impactful as a result of that. It had information onto the plant, and while Oda was unable to deny it initially, he then was able to route one towards the second plant attempt and prevent it from going down. GG struggling a little bit there in terms of decision making and timing. They committed to the top floor clear. It left them with little room to navigate in the late round, and there were so many key positions that were still completely uncontested with 40 seconds to go. VIP was dirty. Bakery was dirty. Those Maestro cameras not dealt with. So a lot of the checklist was not complete.
Attackers need to
And
locate
whilst
and
sure,
defuse
the
bombs.
end of the round was technically close, fundamentally, Chiefs won out pretty dramatically.
So they've won out Kitchen twice, but this site was won by GAIMIN GLADIATORS last time out in the second round. Now, repeat coming here in the fifth. Yeah, it's a close one. Of course, you can see the Maestro cam just shy of being able to get that.
And it should have been denied the first time on that initial swing. That was obviously good coverage from GG, but ultimately, yeah, Oda then able to swing around,
10
and
seconds left before
playing
insertion.
coverage wasn't up to par.
5 seconds left. Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Setting the welcome mat.
Well, you can see what it means to the Chiefs, boys, of course, in the replay comms there. 3-1 lead at the moment. It is Defense Cafe, of course, there's always that to note. But it is the map pick of GAIMIN GLADIATORS, and so far the perfect start for Chiefs. 0-4 for Fisho Guy. For those wanting a little bit more lore to the story between these two teams, Oda did say publicly that it was maybe Fisho that was potentially on the chopping block.
True.
But by his own admission, Fisho wanting to maybe think about stepping aside. Of course, not to be. They replace Oda with Tuhan, and, well, here we are.
Well, the discussion point has been that Fisho has been alleviated largely of his IGL roles. It's more team-centric now. The theory behind that being it frees him up to be a little bit more creative and make plays. Unfortunately for him, 4 rounds in, yet to find a kill.
Yep.
So that's going to be a big talking point for the remainder of the map.
He doesn't need to get the kills, though. Even in a grand final like this, you've got so many other fraggers on this roster. Brendo, Tuhan, Wettables especially as the big three. Right now, though, Chiefs also doing this without Jigsaw really popping off. He hasn't quite been, you know, super dominant. Speaking of, though, perfectly timed, cast a blessing, and it is the opening kill from Jigsaw onto Sage. Switched off at the moment, 2-5 only. Wettables with a drop down in through Skylight. The Candelas to follow up. There's two actually stuck near this bomb chassis, and they will clear them both out. And this is looking like another very solid round from GAIMIN GLADIATORS. They very well know how to attack this site. Quiz by himself in a 1v4. A very dominant round from GAIMIN GLADIATORS. When they win in a very dominant fashion, and that's a little concerning here from Chiefs. They've given this up far too easily. You shouldn't just be able to drop Skylight like that comfortably, that easy. The double stack into Cocktail, just too easily dealt with. You're giving up so much space, and they will abuse it. Really well-worked round from GAIMIN GLADIATORS.
Yeah, they play the Ying perfectly far away from the Warden and able to extract full value from that. Equated to 2 very easy picks through Cocktail, and then the Diffuser to follow in a very safe plant position. A very solid clear there from GG. Much more decisive than the round prior. Such is the nature, though, of top floor. At times you can exploit the nature and the structure of that particular objective in such a way that that playstyle works. And so that was well identified in the mid-round, and a clean execute from GG. We'll see if they can push the envelope, though, towards a 3rd round. Either way, it is still, again, it's behind the precedent set last time these two played in that decider map of the qual.
Yeah, I mean,
It is behind the mark, and they have looked, I don't know, a little
I'm
bit
not
off
fussed
at times.
about an APAC qual. Am I allowed to say that? I am allowed to say that.
Well, you say whatever you want,
This is
Jake.
a little bit different.
As long as it's not a bad word.
It's not a bad word. Oh, I'm not Jake. I'm Jake.
It's the only thing we really have to go off. Which
Absolutely,
is
I
I'm not-
understand that.
Again, I'm not like saying it's the gospel.
No,
but
I still like to always kind of look at these things in terms of the historical nature. In this region especially, 4-2 half for Chiefs is great. It's good.
Fisher got a kill that round as well. So
It's good. Wettables having a really good grand final so far. Early on, 6-2 to begin. So far, though, it's only really been that top site that's really plagued GAIMIN Gladiators.
RUT active. Sweeping perimeter.
So we head to Reading and Fireplace to close out the opening half of the opening map of the grand final.
Play Chiefs, you mean? It's been good for GG, the top 4. It's the only side that they have won on attack.
Well, I said it was plaguing Chiefs.
You said GG.
Did I say GG? Oh.
That's
Sorry.
okay. We do fact check on this
I'm
broadcast.
getting old.
RUT active. Sweeping perimeter. Detected a bomb.
That was a drone that did catch Quiz behind that deployable shield or close by to it. Pretty standard hold right now, though. Upper bomb in towards Cocktail. One high launcher being used by Fisher. Got to get the bees down, get some information. Did land onto Quiz's position. They did already know that he was in there. And then dropped to follow Fisher, though, full white from the flash. Not ideal. The swing around, though, is still good anyway, despite the fact that the man was half blind. And he gets the opening kill of the round. Gets rid of the default as well. Easy clear as well from Blackstore into Freezer. Jigsaw trying to remonstrate as best as he can, as late as he can into the piece. Oda did get one with the Nitro Cell. Drone thrown. Should know there's a player on that rappel. It's a 1v3. 2 up, 1 outside on the exterior. Oda has some information to play off, but finds himself in a very tricky situation. And despite the 3-1 start in the half, it is looking now likely that GG will be able to find 2 rounds in order to close it out and get this to a tied scoreline. Oda's going to have to try and create 3 1v1s. That's the only way he's going to win it. Maybe even to the point where you try and push out Terrace, but surely there's some air jabs here placed by Sage. Another drone.
Not giving him an inch either. I think it's so patiently. 60 seconds, 50 seconds now.
Good observing. Oda knowing it can't push too much, does have the bulletproof camera that he could use for a little bit of information over towards mining, but I love the reposition over towards Pillar. Could this work out? No, it doesn't. Sage switched on to find that kill. Glass of water for Sage.
The brothers, the synchronized
They
drinking,
they both went for a drink of water. And a decent half in the end. GG. The champs get themselves a 3-3 scoreline attacking into Cafe. I think that's pretty decent, and they should be very happy with the way that that half did play out. Now they go into the defense. It's all set up for them. What can Chiefs do on the attack?
Yeah, those top 4 clears from GG were super decisive, whether it be the Ying or the Grim, the crowd control, and the value that they were able to get off it on both of those occasions, whether it actually be the top 4 objective or the clear for second floor, but both super nice. So they've been able to settle things a little bit. I suppose we can make the educated guess that the tactical timeout from Titan was rather effective. And so we reset heading into the second half. Unlike Chiefs, who kicked off their defense in Fireplace Mining, we do go all the way down to Kitchen for the 7th round.
If Chiefs win this grand final, would that be a 5th grand final for the Org?
I'm going to refer that one to the desk.
Well, they won, what was it, 4 in a row at one point?
Yeah. Would be somewhat bittersweet, though, for the region, Jake, because it would knock GG out of SI contention.
Certainly would.
And means we would have GG, likely Chiefs, unless they go on to do very, very well at the major, and Bleed fighting for an Apex spot in the LCQ.
Crazy.
Could you imagine that?
It would make SI quals very interesting.
To say the least.
So second half we go. Chiefs now onto the attack. What can they muster up? In the end, had a very solid start in the first half. 3-1 lead, but GG bring it back and just stabilize very nicely as expected from a team that's oh so professional. That's a lovely, I was going to say almost opening kill. Maybe should have been. Weatherballs able to find that one beneath the barricade. Outside of Bakery. That was Jigsaw. That almost goes down.
Looks like a pretty split setup here from Chiefs. They have the Buck Ram combo to spearhead top floor, but they're not committing every player to the clear. So I don't know if the other 3 are going to poke and prod around and see what kind of weaknesses they may be able to exploit for a bit of map control, whether that be VRP or reception, or Bakery.
Boogie Auto Preacher in through Train and Mining. Getting some decent value.
Oh, they do come up in support, so...
It is very much, though, a first full hold, though, from GAIMIN Gladiators, not opting to put really any pressure up above, not wanting to take the fight. They kind of just want Chiefs to have to clear them and have to execute site.
The big talking point last time when GG was attacking this site was the impact of the Vulcan canisters. The Maestro denied the Twitch, This time we don't even see the Twitch period at all. So the util clearance here from Chiefs, to me, feels like it might be a little bit sketchy. They don't have the explosives to deal with this. They don't even have frag grenades. It's very flash heavy from them.
Well, one Vulcan canister has been spotted, but an angle not found from Tex to try and blow it up from above. Well, that's a cheeky little Valcam as well. Over towards Pillar. Good information being gained. Oh, the swing, aggression, though. Tuhan humming. Quiz had no idea. Opening kill once again for Gaming Gladiators, guys. It's been a huge bane in the side of Chiefs. They've not been able to deal with this. They are constantly playing these 5v4s. We've played now 7 rounds, 6 opening kills for GG.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
This attacking comp feels rather weak for Chiefs.
Oh, they can't even make it down the hatch, and certainly by the fact that they're just getting completely lit up before they've even dropped, this has to be said. This is not the way that you want to try and enter into the site against a team as good as Gaming Gladiators. This is a very dismal attack in a grand final from Chiefs. Jigsaw playing by himself over towards Small Bake. He does go and find 3 kills, but he doesn't have the diffuser. And you know that Fisho and Tuhan are not going to present themselves whatsoever. Easy win in the end for GG, despite some heroics last second by Jigsaw to get some, well, stat padding kills. Gaming Gladiators had that round under lock and key. That was poor from Chiefs.
I mean, I thought the most difficult part of the round to overcome was going to be the Vulcan canisters. We didn't even get to that point. There was no pressure on the VIP here. The util was not spot on. They had already lost a player, make it 2 before the drop was even tried, and then it was a weird half commit with Tech still having a full belt of util. Very strange round. Yeah, they don't bring the Twitch, they don't bring the IQ. It meant that the Valk as well had perfect info above, and GG regressed to further compound the pain in that round. So that attack doesn't instill me with a ton of confidence, but Chiefs can forget about that, move forward.
You have to hope that that's as bad as it's going to get, that that's a one and done.
I hope that is as bad as it gets.
Located by attackers.
They need to find ways to certainly improve. I think Chiefs, to me, need to try and find a way to almost have the fight that played out between Tuhan and Quiz, but actually try and seek that out. In the difference there was Quiz was actually caught off guard by the aggression of Tuhan. You need to try and take those fights a little earlier. Because right now, that's the area that they're struggling with, is these early engagements. 6 out of 7 rounds. That is a quite damning statistic. Now, admittedly, not all of those have been converted for GG.
The difficulty is, though, right, GG are the most disciplined team in the league, so how do you try to bait them into those fights?
Yeah.
It's very difficult.
Well, good luck, but figure it out, because you're going to have to do it.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be able to just hit site 5 players defending it, and with 20 seconds left, look to be able to drop hatch for Izo. I mean, that's just some basic level gameplay. Going to have to cook something up.
Well, they've got the Amara this round in combination with Ying and Dokkaebi. So probably looking for a fast flush out above. Could also indicate something a little bit more direct, but that's pretty hard on this site. I think the likes of Brendo and Wettables here are the two that are most likely to be under pressure early in this round, if it is to be a Skylight drop. We saw similar strategies employed from GG on their top floor clears, and maybe they've taken inspiration.
So 3 rounds in a row for GG. Where's the offset now from Chiefs? They cannot allow any more to start getting away from them. Couple of nice kills at the end of that last round for Jigsaw, and while it certainly had no effect in helping them maybe get the round win, it could maybe help him get going, but shut down by Wettables and another opening kill. It is becoming quite damning of a statistic. 7 of 8 rounds now. No beating around the bush. That is really not a good sign for Chiefs. Just constantly working back, 4v5, not having the numbers to sort of peel out, get good positions. GG can hold every single angle and entryway and start to get aggressive. It's easier if you're a 2-hunt, for example, to swing and be aggressive when you know it's a 5v4 rather than a 4v5. Top floor control for Chiefs. So GG have fallen back.
1 minute to go. No buck, no ram, so no vert plate. At this point in time, it feels like another undercooked attack, and GG played into it perfectly with their rotation. Logic Bomb provides some information. No one in a position to collect a kill off the back of it, though. Oda, shot calling over towards White Stairs.
Oh, there's one. Oh, those are your opportunities right there, presented.
Yeah.
Just momentarily from Fisher Guy.
It's a split second, but it's all you get against GG.
30 seconds remaining in the round. You do know exactly where at least one player is located. White Stairs, Fisher holding out. That's still not going to be a Salma that's going to open up that wall. Not much time remaining at all, and these are the little drone angles that you probably can't play anymore. This is so aggressive from Quiz, but you've got so little time remaining in the round. Well, there was a player to his right side. He went left. Sage will get the free kill, and it's an absolute bloodbath in the round. Flawless from GG, and I sense a tactical timeout will be coming very shortly here from Chiefs. I've seen enough. It's 5-3, it's 4 rounds in a row from GG, and they're really looking dominant here on Cafe.
And it's synchronized drinking again from the Holy Trinity, so they're locked in, they're ready to go. Chiefs haven't looked competitive at all. First 2 rounds here on attack have been poor. Poor. I don't think their comps are that great, to be honest. They got stranded top floor for so long, had no vert potential. I don't think they had much in terms of information outside of the logic bomb, and even then couldn't pressure the players that they had identified, like the one White Stairs. Yeah, some big issues for them.
Is it the map? Do you think it's the way that Cafe plays? A lot harder to get opportunities in getting these early fights, because the site executes have just been dismal, but that's Cafe.
If your compositions and your structure are bad, it doesn't matter the map. But this is just my outside perspective. I'm sure these compositions are something that has been well thought over and potentially in response to what they saw in the previous matchup, but for me at the moment, it hasn't. They haven't created win conditions.
No.
I would challenge anybody to watch back those last 2 rounds and tell me at what point in the round Chiefs could do anything to get themselves in a favorable position. The answer, resoundingly, not really many. Whereas GG have been rather cruisy in playing these peel defenses and not getting caught.
Yeah, tech pause very much called just then, as you can clearly see by Cairo. And yeah, no, I agree with you wholeheartedly, guys. This is just not the kind of attack that you can expect to pull off against GG.
Karma, guys, beautiful.
I thought he said Palmer for a second.
Maybe he's getting hungry.
Oh, boy. Yeah, no, look, honestly, I think that for GG, they're giving nothing away. Like, there was that tiny brief moment, Fisher, White Stairs, he peeks up, that's fine. There's, 25, 30 seconds left in the round. Can you get some information? He's not doing anything wrong, but those are the kind of peaks that you need to try and get that kill, clear out White Stairs, and then play and push off it. But instead, he doesn't get that kill. Tex is then in a position where it's like, well, I can't really push out now because there's a player White. So GG's not giving them anything. Chiefs are finding it difficult to take anything, and it's leading him to a situation where it's 15 seconds left and you're having to try and hit site and you've done nothing. You think about the kitchen as well. I mean, it's a freezer drop, double stack freezer drop, and you're still getting shot at before you even dropped the hatch. What do you think is going to actually happen when you land into freezer?
It's leading to small percentage plays and acts of desperation. We saw it with the hatch drop in the previous round, or the kitchen round, and then in the most recent round, the Amaru hit. And they still didn't even hit the trade onto Sage, who got stranded inside of dining. So everything that can go wrong for Chiefs is, whereas for GG, they're playing a really good brand of Cafe at the moment. That's difficult to beat.
Well, unfortunately, this is turning into a rehost off of that tech pause that was called. So we will go to a break. When we come back, we will continue with the grand final. So we return from the technical pause. 4 rounds in a row now to GAIMIN Gladiators. They look a little bit unstoppable right now in the current form. They have dominated the round wins, guys. They've dominated the opening engagement. For Chiefs, it was certainly a great start, 3-1 lead, and since then it's just been bang, bang, bang from GG. And they're winning these rounds quite convincing. We're not looking at like, 50-50 rounds and being scraped together. They look dominant, they look strong. We go to Bar Cocktail now for the first time in this half. What needs to change for Chiefs? Op selection, the way that they attack site.
Everything. Blanket across the board. I think their compositions need to be far more productive and actually counter what the defense is presenting. And if they don't want to play that more flexible brand, then they need to be more efficient with the tools that they do have available. In terms of taking map control, that's been pretty good. I think they also need to, in the process of taking map control, apply a little bit more pressure onto the peel and actually try to cut off the defense maybe a bit more proactively, because GG are then being able to play the backlines on site and fortify the objective, and that's only compounding their pain. So we'll see what they employs around it. We have shock drones, so going to play into the mute and the Fenrir. Ying as well will persist. And so Wedables will play a key role on the Warden in this round. IQ as well, brought as a counter onto the Valk. So already this composition to me is screaming a lot more sense from Chiefs. And we'll see if they can replicate the same success that GG were able to find here on the top floor.
Yeah, I mean, all eyes right now on Chiefs. Trying to find that aggression, and Jigsaw looking to do that just there, maybe trying to find one over towards Pixel. Or at least someone maybe just extending over slightly through the lounge side. But Cocktail's another side as well, where again, you think about like all of the hallmarks as to what's been quite difficult for Chiefs. GG not presenting. This is another site where it's again quite difficult. Peeking things like Skylight, that probably plays into the hands of GG. Trying to get lounge control and take these fights.
Yeah, this shock drone has already been really valuable.
As long as GG don't over-peek, don't try and do silly things, this is going to be another round where Chiefs have to be the ones to try and unlock these sites.
I think they can go for the Cocktail exploit that we saw from GG. The Warden is playing over towards washrooms. So if they can target Cocktail and clear that with the Candelas, it could be a very similar result.
Smoke gets thrown in. Oh, sorry, Flash gets thrown in from Tex. More work done by the shock drone on Jigsaw. They just send it in. Skylight, this is going to be off the smokes and the flashes as well. Oda straight into said smoke as well. Are they even aware of the fact that he's made it in? This plan's going to go down. It's not going to get denied at all. Oda will successfully get that kit onto the floor. Double kill coming the way of Chiefs, but Fisher Guy responds with a kill onto Tex. Oda's still alive. He gets the plant down, he keeps his position, and suddenly the time ticking against GAIMIN Gladiators. Good position from Jigsaw as well, taking washrooms. The cross was being watched. Good cleanup though by Brendo. Suddenly in a 2v1, GG had brought it back. Quiz playing the Skylight position though. Surely this is a position in which GG couldn't possibly win it from here.
You wouldn't think so. Typically very difficult to win this position on the retake. Brendo has to hit this critical shot. Quiz.
Oh.
One opportunity to swing, and he gets taken down.
Oh,
GG able to stick the kit.
wow. That's a backbreaker right there. The set play from Chiefs was looking great. They get the kit down. The fact they still had good bodies up as well for the post plant. But unfortunately, just
the double rappel down. I didn't even see that in the moment. Wow, okay.
feel like Quiz maybe didn't give himself the best angle to even deny the diffuser, to be honest.
Oh, it's rough.
But it's, yeah, you're
it's so
damned if you
predictable.
do and damned if you don't.
I mean, there's only a couple of injuries either way that Brendo needs to look, and he was able to time it. Very rare that you see a successful retake from defense top floor Cafe.
It does help you've got two bodies, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does. If there's a 1v1, that's, yeah, very much on the impossible angle, but credit to GG. Fisher Guy finding 3 kills in that round ends up being quite critical in their success.
Pivotal round for a site in OCE that's had a 70% attacking win rate. Absolutely was must win in the circumstances of this particular first map for Chiefs, and now their chances here on Cafe look quite damning, and for GG, it's going to be quite a statement here on the first map at this point in time. That's the feeling at the moment.
How many games of Siege are you going to win where you got one opening kill? Like, it's a 6-3 score and you've had
many.
one.
Not many. is a bit less important in the previous round because they at least got plant. But even
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. But just as a core statistic to look at in terms of your winning variables, they're just completely not even in the contest for that kind of stat line. That is really concerning. So GG on the verge of taking Cafe 7-3 here in the grand final and putting themselves one map away from Montreal. Well, there's a peak and there's a bit of over-aggression. Brendo, the first one to give way. We've been kind of discussing the fact that GG don't go for those kind of movement plays. Jigsaw will punish it, gets an opening kill. In fact, he's the only player on Chiefs to have picked up an opening engagement win in this map. Nitrocell was thrown in his direction and it did get the kill onto Jigsaw. Cairo was well placed to get the trade, and had he been 5 seconds sooner, maybe Jigsaw wouldn't be dead. But Chiefs still 4 versus 3 up in this round. Well, lo and behold, a little bit of early fighting, and Chiefs are well and truly within their right to now get themselves a 4th round. Quiz getting the kill onto Tuhan. Surprise, surprise, Guz.
It's a little bit of impatience from GG wanting to get this one across the line.
Yeah. Oh, Wettables. Good kill onto Cairo. Maybe Cairo getting overzealous in that push towards Cocktail with little information. Did play off of his Candela, and Sage brings it back. It's been a rough series for Tex. Sage with the shotgun as well. Sits Oda down, and suddenly GG have taken the lead in this round. Quiz needs to win a 1v2 for Cafe to remain well over a minute, and certainly time. No, he's got one drone that he can still kind of use to find some information. Sage, oh, look at Wettables, well placed. Footholes. He's going to have the perfect vantage point. If Quiz makes his way down that hallway, he's dead.
He can't break this cross.
Throws out the drone. Oh, did he spot Wettables? Well, judging by that reaction, I think he has. Playing this well so far. The fact that he doesn't just rush in, knows that it's a dangerous area, hoping maybe the peak to come from White Stairs. Knows that Wettables is watching the foothold, so he's got kind of an inkling, kind of an idea as to where these two are playing.
I think he's got the read. This comes down to execution now.
He's used well over 30, 40 seconds already of the clock, only 30 seconds remaining. He looks calm and composed for a player who hasn't always been in this kind of position. 20 seconds left, makes the rush through, tries to play a ball so he's not being watched by the footholds, continuing to push forward, expecting that it was being held from White Stairs. Wettables gets the final kill. GG will take Cafe. Their map pick here in the grand final has been secured. It's a 7-3 win. Despite the 3-1 start from Chiefs, the champions fight back and dominate the whole way through, the rest of the way through, and they take it 7-3.
Yeah, well, we certainly expected a strong defensive half from GG. And, well, they delivered. Can they back it up, though, on map number 2? Rob, let us know.
I'm a little terrified right now, I won't lie. As a Chiefs shill, they had nothing in that second half, Vinny, and I will just go to very simple statistics of they didn't win a round.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Chiefs might feel a little hard done by in that second half, to be honest. I know it seems like it was more dominant towards GG, but those last 2 attacking rounds, I think, were actually not bad rounds for Chiefs. We saw they execute on that top floor. They were able to get a really good plant down and get some good post-plant, but Brendo, I mean, we know how good he is, and he wins that fight against Jigsaw in Bathroom and then able to hit the one tap on the guy on the skylight. You can't teach that stuff. That's not strategy. That's just great play. And that next round, they got it down to a 2v4 Chiefs. They were winning the round, and then Sajon and Wettables, again, they've been in these positions before. They know what it takes to get these round wins, and that's why they're on top right now.
Yeah, last time we saw these teams play in the stage, it was the BO1 on Nighthaven, and first half was pretty close, and second half, Chiefs did not find a single attack round. Exactly the same story we saw here, and I think it really goes to show that Chiefs, look, they have a lot of teeth and they have a lot of talent, but when it comes to attacking against a really high-level team like GG, they might not have it in them. There was one round there where it looked like there was a chance. They had a plant down on the top floor, they had Quiz above, but a 2 versus 1 retake. Brendo against Quiz while Fisho's defusing. Insanely well played by Brendo. The caliber of player that he can cover against Quiz, it really just is a testament to how talented GG are, and Brendo in particular, MVP, well deserved.
Absolutely well deserved. And I think you look at the overall impact of the players on both teams. I think that, Vinny, you're 100% on there. Maybe writing off the second half, it's not as clear cut, but the momentum that GAIMIN Gladiators going to Chalet with now is so critical. You saw the cams at the end there. They've always been cool, they've always been calm, they've always been collected. But now there's a fire in them, and that scares me in this series.
Well, I mean, yeah, that was their map pick, and that's exactly the performance they needed to start off this best of 3. I mean, we were talking about this is probably the most 50-50 that we've seen for a while, but when you see just the way that they play, it really does feel like when they play against teams that are on their level, they are able to step up and play above that, but when they come down maybe to some of those lower teams, that's where they sort of struggle a little bit more. So I think a team like Chiefs is going to be like their biggest challenge, but I also think it's going to bring out the best in this team.
That's 100% agree. That's really well put, actually. GG do play to the caliber they're playing against. We've seen that when they go to international events, and we're definitely seeing it here against Chiefs.
Chalet, Dev, any thoughts?
So really good map for Chiefs. They are undefeated on it since forming, and they've actually got a win streak of 6 times in a row. Recently, though, it's been 7-1s against Odium and Prodigy.
Yep.
Not the toppest of talent, though, in this region. They haven't really been tested. In contrast, the last time we actually saw GG play this map was against very formidable opponents. It was at the EWC, and they played Space Station. From NA. They did lose it 7-3, and they haven't played it since. They haven't shown us. It's not a high priority map for them, but I'm sure they've been prepping it in the back rooms. I don't think it's going to be the best map for GG, just by the fact that they haven't really looked to want to play it so far. But yeah, it's a mysterious situation because they didn't ban Lair. They forced the Lair ban out of Chiefs, and they kind of baited Chiefs into this Chalet pick. We'll see if it was a good bait or not. Either way, if we do get to Bank, that's a decent map for both teams. But of course, it's no second chances here for Chiefs, right? You've got to do good on Chalet.
There's no and, ifs, or buts. It is critical right now for Chiefs to bounce back. It's Montreal point here for Gaming Gladiators as we head to Chalet, where they try to fight tooth and nail to force this to Bank.
Well, the Chiefs are going to have to pick it up here in the grand final. This needs to be their map, as it is, of course, their map pick, but they need to perform a lot better than what we saw on Cafe. Despite the 3-1 start, 6 rounds in a row. Little bit concerning, guys. Little bit concerning if you're a Chiefs fan for Gaming Gladiators. 1 map away from another major.
Yep.
Yep.
I think you've hit the nail on the head. I don't really know what more to add. And an enthralling first map, at least the first half of said map, where Chiefs, at least defensively, had their moments, but yeah, certainly on attack, they looked quite uncomfortable. It is their selection now of Chalet, and we anticipate that they will be looking far more competitive as they look to break this drought on the attack. In terms of the bans as they are laid out, the Nook and the Ying off the board. Ying was rather impactful back on the previous map.
Yeah, it was.
Valkyrie taken down. Again, big impact operator.
I love the Nook ban. I like the Nook ban. We know Jigsaw can play a bit of Nook, especially here on a map like Chalet.
The FMG now as well is really gnarly. And Nook in their reworked state.
Well, for me, it goes without saying this first half is going to be quite telling. Attack, Chalet. Also, I know I'm like the biggest advocate for this. I mean, Jigsaw on Chalet, it's got to be his map. It really needs to be. We know throughout many times in this region, back when Jigsaw used to play, you know, this was his map. He always popped off, dominated, especially the ability to control that piano, bathroom area, top floor from outside of the balcony, the Jigsaw balcony. He is just so dominant there. Bar games we go to begin, though, on the defense for GG.
And both the Monty and the Blitz available.
Yeah, I mean...
Not every day of the week you see that. I don't know if Chiefs have the shield play about them.
But I think GG will.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the concerning factor. I can very much envision, you know, Wettables on a blitz, for example.
Fisher on the Monty.
Yeah, and that's, yeah. So, I mean, I assume you agree. This half has to be good from Chiefs. They've got to get at least 4. We know what GG are going to be capable of on their own attacking half.
Yeah, 3 absolute minimum. 4 would be great.
Brendo was sensational in that opening map. Maybe Jigsaw less so. This needs to be a really good half from Chiefs. 7-3, the opening map to Gaming Gladiators. I do wonder, you know, we were kind of talking about GG giving Chiefs a chance moving around the map. Well, Chalet has to be that kind of playstyle, doesn't it? So you would imagine Chiefs will have more opportunities as they move around the map, clearing out. Super aggressive from Oda, by the way, already top library stairs. Claymore placed down, and they can actually get some good library control nice and early on a bar game site. This is...
What is this?
This is strange.
Full reinforcements on the hatches. No extension to library stairs or Mez.
And Cairo does get the opening pick onto Brendo,
Feels
playing
like
the Legion.
Feels like we're playing a different map.
Nah, this is not the way that you typically see bar games set up and defended, and Jigsaw will happily take out Tuhan as well. GG cooked something up, but I don't know if it's been cooked well. Chalet ping info, Fisher waiting for the peek. Oh, and he still lost it anyway to Jigsaw. Hello, welcome to Jiggy's map. The Chalet special. And he starts it off as expected, 2 opening kills. Wettables just sitting in mud. This is one of the more bizarre site defenses that I've seen from a team of GG's caliber. Put this one back in the strat book, boys. It's not ready.
Probably works in EU.
Oh, does it? I don't think so. I think Fresh is probably having an aneurysm watching this.
I do agree that the older meta is very stale, but this has been bizarre.
You're just giving up too much map control, I think, is probably the way that I would look at this.
You're losing picks. You're losing picks.
Oh, lovely double from Wet.
Losing picks West main rather easily for a bar defense. It's crazy.
Oh, is this? No, this is not even over towards default. And that's the issue. You've got so much space down below. Wettables maybe expecting the plant half wall. And not even. It's in the corner over towards bar. Oh, he does get the kill, though, onto Tex. 3 kills in the round for Wettables. Needs to find the last 2, but he cannot. Jigsaw finds 3 himself. And the round win. Chiefs on the board in the opening round of the second map.
I think we
break down that defense, Gus.
I think we put a line through that round. It was very well played from Chiefs, but that setup was
wild.
I don't even. Maybe we're missing. I feel like we're missing something. Someone somewhere is explaining.
Titan is getting ready to
strategy.
explain what that was supposed to be like.
I don't think it played out near as well as it was intended.
And I mean, I'm not sitting here saying you're going to play it the classical way, you know, shield top library stairs, mezzanine, and hold above. And you can certainly innovate, but I don't know about that round because I'm seeing Oda walk into library with 2 minutes 11 on the clock.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a competitive game on this map where somebody is in library that early on in the round for this objective. It was absolutely wild.
Nice.
Nice,
Around
guys.
us.
Good entries, boys. Good shit.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping.
They'd say, what was that setup?
I was literally hoping for that.
Oh.
I'm like, what are they doing?
I would have loved it.
Don't worry about what the opposition is doing. Focus on yourselves. It's the right way to go about it.
Oh, okay. So Monty, Capital, Glaz,
Okay, they will.
and the Sense. Full pivot, even the Grim out for Lion.
Do we like the Sans Glass combo, though?
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Couple of
I
ways
like
to play
it.
this. Now, typically with
I like
the
it in
Sans,
theory.
it's the trophy drone hole. You can get that trophy control solo side hit.
That's the most classical way to play it, but it could also be utilized above for
You can play the
clear.
Glaz on the rappel as well.
Yeah.
Ooh. Jigsaw. Yeah, I mean, the fact that he's already
He
here
just looks
says to
locked
me
in. He looks locked in on this map already.
this is the way that they're going to want to hit it in the classical sense. But they've got the Montang actually over towards the backside looking for maybe a mudroom exit entry. No. Rappel. So trophy side clear?
Yeah, I think you can use the utility.
Sorry, I didn't say,
top
I don't know
floor.
why I said trophy. Library is what I meant.
It feels like the cogs are turning, though, a lot more on this attack than anything we saw in the last map.
And they've got the pieces. I feel like the operator lineup makes more sense. We
It
didn't
feels
see a
well
lot of that.
prepared. Feels much more prepared.
Get Jigsaw right there. Drop down. That's your spot. That's the Jigsaw balcony. But he is on the send, so a little bit of a different role. But he's home. There he is.
Here
There's
we
the
go.
drop down. Jigsaw on the balk. Well, mirror window denies him any kind of headshot angle there. Oh, okay. So they've cooked up something here in the sense of they wanted to get piano control off of the shield screens from the ROUs. Jigsaw can now play this a little bit more aggressively, but I like the position here for Brendo. Soft wall left side, library hallway controlled, but you can't stop this Montang. Nitrocell thrown. Oh, a little careful there, but Cairo, I mean, I kind of understand it now. The ROUs to allow the push-up library hallway to deal with the mirror window, but they do get the kill onto Jigsaw. Fisher, of all people, should know where Jigsaw likes to play and where he wants to be, and they will counter that. Opening kill for GG. Jigsaw shut down on his own balcony. But Cairo responds with a pistol from the Montang, 7 HP, and he's done well to at least give back an even number, 4-4. And they've still got a semblance of piano control. Oda doubles down. Now the advantage for Chiefs has been retaken again.
Whoa.
The pistol. Oh, and that's not going to work. The timing on the jump out. It's a down on Cairo, but it's a kill the other way. It's a 1v2, but you have time. You could go get Cairo back up, Cuz.
I think you do. Surely you do, right? You don't want to feed a 2v1.
And both players still on the exterior. Certainly an opportunity that you just rappel down, go and grab him back up. 40 seconds, plenty of time. Indeed, they will.
Diffuser was on bathroom bulk.
Tuhan, though, more than capable. For any player right now, the way they're playing this stage in this region, it could be Tui. Oh, outside West Main. But he's watching the wrong angle through Trophy, and the Montang's made his way in. Good yellow ping information. Pistol back out, running through Cairo. What a round on the Montang from Cairo. Welcome to the grand final, because he didn't play that well on Cafe. Not many did on the Chiefs. But that was good from Cairo. Good shield play. And in the end, we saw kind of what they wanted to do with the Sands, the ROUs, piano sightline, blocked off any kind of pressure. That library hallway, the Montang can then push up, deal with the mirror window. I like it. Good spacing, good control there on Chalet from the Chiefs. And already, GG have seen enough that they want to talk things over. Titan not happy.
Yeah. Well, we did anticipate the Monty and or Blitz to get played here, with both escaping the ban phase. And it was used to great impact in that previous round. And a second opportunity afforded there to Cairo with the revive, and some good composure from Chiefs in the final third of the round to go for that res and not feed Tuhan in a 1v2.
The biggest thing that you can do if you're Chiefs as well is try and put doubt into GG's mind. Sow that seed and try and see if you can get them off that super focused game play that they have, where they're so locked in and professional and you know, going through their set plays and the playbook and all of that. You've got to try and bring them back down into that oceanic level of just scrambling around. And And that's kind of what happened in that round with the Wettables jump out bathroom window. You don't typically see GG go for those kind of plays, but they're just getting so pressured around the map that he feels almost forced to try and go for that, something like that. Doesn't work. Then you lose another body, and suddenly you got no top control. Tuhun finds himself in a 1v3, but it was always going to be very difficult. So 2-0 start, Chiefs. It is, of course, Chalet. The Chalet attack is their map pick, and, well, they started well on Cafe too. We know what happened from there. But the way that they've won these opening rounds, and the way that GG have defended these opening rounds, it just gives you some belief that the grand final might just be beginning.
And it's on attack as well. It is important to remember, defensively, GG throughout the stage have been incredible. Attack has been strong too, but not quite at that same elite level.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Place a wire in position.
Can they keep following up on this, though, for Chiefs? Now it's all about that momentum, consistency. You can't just give GG a couple of looks back in. Over to bedroom and office now. Chiefs are already into trophy. These are the kind of plays as well. You know, you sit here and you're wondering, well, how long can you sit here? But eventually, Solomon from GG, if they've got solar control, may want to make their way down and have a peek in towards trophy. Anyone coming from West Main. But doesn't seem like anyone's well placed to push that way from GG.
What's that 2-stack over towards gaming? Where did Tuhun? Long way away from the map.
Yeah, I mean, just flank. They're playing pretty heavily off site here.
But it's another rather unconventional defense
For
for
GG, yeah, for GG specifically. If they hit this fast right now, Chiefs have got the numbers, but inside of the jacuzzi, there's a player in there.
He's still there?
Hello, turn around, it's a double. Nicely done from Fisher Guy, really good trigger discipline, straight out of the Rob J. Monday playbook. Sit, wait, and then shoot. It's an easy double. It's so crazy how such a simple play can just make or break a round. And Fisher Guy just holds strong to find them both. It's a simple clear, though, if you're Chiefs. You've got to clear that.
Have to be expecting that.
And he just sits back down for a bath. Wash himself off. Because that was a dirty play. Headshot, angle, found.
Something. They're not going to expect Tuhun, though.
Tell you what, if you want two players up right now for Chiefs, it's Quiz and Jigsaw. Tuhun, though, as you said, not an expected
Default.
position to be in, and she'll get the kill and does get the down.
Default camera. He couldn't really shoot it, though, to be fair. He doesn't want to give away his position, but all good nonetheless.
Was it being watched?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Yellow ping. Wettables jump straight on default cams, which is what you should do when you die on defense.
So in terms of looking at that round, though, how much of it comes down to the fact that they don't clear Fisher Guy and Jacuzzi, but also GG looking to really change things up defensively with the double flank approach.
Well, if you do kill Fisho there,
Sights
you
open.
have two players on the other side of the map that need to play retake. It would have been quite challenging.
Yep. And it's that risk-reward factor, I guess, that's coming through for GG, which I like to see. Good versatility in their
But
approach.
they have a game plan. It's much more evident they have a strong game plan here on Chalet, and they're just going for it.
Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
Yeah,
They're not getting stalled out and made to look B-grade like they did on those cafe attacks.
Absolutely.
Obviously, the clear itself was,
Yeah, I mean, but that's a more,
was a little bit B-grade.
that's more of an innocent mistake more than a
lack of
structural
direction.
issue
Yeah.
that we saw on Cafe, and that's the difference. So you can kind of let that just be one round that, okay, whoops, made a mistake. Let's just be a little bit more clinical, guys. Come on, check your angles better. Good response, though, for GG. Out of the tactical timeout, mind you.
Throwing F-Knock. 5 seconds to go.
Double drone action from Chiefs this round with the Brava and the Twitch. So the clutch drones and the shock drones to deal with a lot of this utility being placed out by Gaming Gladiators. F-Knock mines especially, doing some goo mines, mirror windows. 5 kills for Cairo so far here on Chalet. Looking at the overall numbers, guys, I know we had a rehost as well. We've got the numbers here, 13 and 10 right now for Jigsaw. The only one on double digits for Chiefs. 4 players on double digits, though, for GG. Guess the one that's not on double digits.
For GG.
Yep. It's one player.
Fisher?
It's Tuhun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 7 and 9 right now through this grand final.
Okay.
So there is more firepower that can certainly be unlocked for GG if Tui gets going. And, well, so far at least 2 kills on this map of Chalet. Jigsaw back over to his home position. Of course, though, if there's any team that knows how Jigsaw likes to play this area, it's going to be the Gaming Gladiators. Spend a lot of time with a lot of these guys.
Well, Brendo almost walked straight into the line of sight there.
Just as we panned away, I thought maybe we would see Jigsaw pop up in the kill feed by getting the opening one. Tex now pushing through Piano. This is what Jigsaw can offer with this kind of position, putting the pressure into those on offers. The cross is made successfully. That smoke actually aiding the cross, ironically.
Another good peel, though, from GG. Hallmark of the previous map.
Good pushback, though, here from Chiefs and just pushing GG back, but Fisher gets the opening pick. Jigsaw the trade onto Wettaballs, and then a couple more from both teams, though. Keeps things equal. Hello, Cairo just pushes through. Top library control. That default shutout this time. And Tex as well gets in on the action. Brendo in a 1v3. Just playing bar stock, still a good position if you're going to win it from any spot on this site. Drone shot out. Still has the mirror window capabilities to play off. Cairo 7-1. Oda with the drone and the cautious approach from the Chiefs, highlighting that they're not just going to rush the ending of this round.
Has to isolate fights here from this particular position. One presents and he lands the shots.
Why are you taking that Tex? Push bodies in, you know he's bar stock, you've droned him out twice. Now you've got the pings from the Quan Hive launcher, the bees are buzzing. Pushing him back, but he lands some damage onto Oda, who steps on a goo mine down to 35 HP. Needs to pull that out. There's only 20 seconds left, guys. Come on. You know where he is. The man has not moved this whole time. The plant from Oda behind the bar. Where's the pressure coming from Cairo? There it is, through the wall. 8-1 for Cairo. And Chiefs looking a hell of a lot better on Chalet.
Yeah, sharp shot there from Cairo. Really well played, though, by Oda. He had to survive knowing and trusting that Cairo could then cover him as he went for the ideal plant position. And that was just a really good display of the experience that he has, especially under pressure. That sight, that objective over towards bar right off for GG. Solid from Chiefs. 3-round half. That's, for me, the minimum benchmark now achieved. So we'll see if they can double down on this advantage. Kitchen dining in play.
2 maps played, 2 3-1 leads for Chiefs.
Oh, so GG. GG.
GG. Well, wrap it up.
Nice! You're so good, man. You're so good.
Quiz telling Cairo how good he is. Well, he's playing very good right now here in the second map of the grand final. 8-1 from Cairo. Overall now, he also joins Jigsaw double digits. It's intriguing as well as the fact that Quiz actually hasn't got a single kill yet here on Chalet. Early days, but he was pretty good back on Cafe Guz, where he equaled with kills with Jigsaw. They were both certainly influential. So the response from GG. Kitchen dining, 5th round. This almost feels quite pivotal. Can Chiefs get to that 4-1 lead? They couldn't on Cafe. In fact, they couldn't find a 4th round on Cafe. Can they just gain that separation? Separation that may be required, may be necessary going into the second half. Oda, well, that was a little bit too easy for Sage. As the flashes were flying through, he understood he could go for that peak, and it could almost maybe find a second. Tex, though, was able to at least get one onto Brendo, shuts him down. Brendo not running around rampant here on Chalet as he was on Cafe. Look at Jiggy go, though, makes his way, clearing out Piano. They got Piano control. They need this top floor, of course, for kitchen dining, so this is good positioning from Jigsaw.
Yeah, and they still have 2 exothermics available to eventually rotate, open up dining. Question is now posed for GG. Do they continue to contest above? Do they forfeit or maybe rotate late? It's being held well currently by Jigsaw and Tex on the cross. And they have plenty of time remaining in this round. Still though, a 3-stack committed to by GG on the top floor. Neither team wanting to forfeit an inch of map control.
Less moving around now from GG. They've really, reined it in. First couple of rounds, they're moving all around the map. Now they're just forcing Chiefs to try and clear them. A hallmark of Cafe. Look at the way that Jigsaw's having to push forward here. But credit to Jigsaw. He backs himself in. Closet cleared out. It's a double stack on the Solar side.
They only have a few drones. Fisher's position prone behind the bed here, maybe.
That's a good angle
winning.
that's been opened up, though. But you're right, Fisher guy seems like he could pull another jacuzzi. If he doesn't get cleared out, there's only 3 drones remaining for Chiefs. But still time. It feels like a very long round, but 45 seconds, guys.
Fisher still lurking.
Oh,
drone
hole. There you go, Cairo. Patience pays off. Been sitting there for what feels like a while. Jigsaw did lose his life to Fisher, but the trade was imminent from Quiz. And with Tex, they're able to get themselves a 3-1 up advantage in the round. And Wedable's now the one who's a solo, but Tex already getting the plant down inside of Dining.
Ooh.
Does clear one above. Can he play the vert angle, though, to deny the plant? No, plant is successful. And suddenly this vert position no longer strong for Wedables. He needs to drop and does so straight away. Does he find him pick in towards Trophy? No. Cairo was able to just keep himself hidden. Over to the right side and through the wall, and Cairo once again able to get the final kill in a round in which now Chiefs get a 4-1 lead on Chalet. 5 rounds through, and they're looking pretty good.
Yeah, Cairo having a really good performance at the moment. 8th highest rated player in OCE. And proving to be incredibly effective here on Chalet. It wasn't the best of starts for Chiefs. Oda got caught. Good opportunistic swing from Sage. The rest of the top floor clear, a little bit messy. Able, though, to just secure that diffuser. Wedables almost had an opportunity on the vert to be able to deny, but got caught on that rotation, and that small window evaporated. And again, played really well in the late round from Chiefs. A 4-1 lead, and they will be absolutely giving this last round of the half their all. A 5-1 buffer would be massive.
And they're doing this as well without the opening kill still. It's 4 of the last 5 have gone the way of GG.
And GG would be playing the rest, well, are going to be playing the rest of this game without their tactical timeout to fall back on as well.
It's still a little bit concerning overall, but the fact that they're still winning these rounds, Chiefs, less concerning than, say, Cafe. On Cafe, Chiefs got 2 opening kills. So far in Chalet, they've only gotten 1. So in this grand final, you've only got 3 rounds in which you've walked in and got the first kill of the round. So you've got to find a way to try and get that part of your game going. But as of right now, at least on Chalet, that's not clearly an issue. Their late rounds have been far better. They're getting into positions where they can execute onto site a lot better as well. 2 plants. They had a plant opportunity as well on Bar Games. That would have been successful had it not been for the Cairo kill. There's that opening kill. Oda.
Brendo's been shut down really well.
Yeah, Brendo's not had the ability to roam around and be an influence.
Bomb located by attackers.
Tuhan as well hasn't really got going in this grand final. I mean, it's stats say so.
It's always a concern when Fisher is top fragging on a team. We say it every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's great for Fish.
I mean, Fisher's been playing really well on his own right, but it does mean that, Tuhan, Brando, Wedables, they've got to get going here. Everyone's going negative except for Fish. Jigsaw.
We might have a series on our hands.
Yeah, I mean, a 5-1 lead surely is going to be not insurmountable, but quite difficult. But it's GG, and their attacks will just be as deadly. Not done in this round just yet, though. But Chiefs, the way that they're playing, guys, it's night and day. Night and day. Oh, another opportunity. Tuhan, and it's shot through the wall, shot through the heart. Jigsaw's back, baby, and so are the Chiefs to close this half out. It will be 5-1, not just in this round, but on the scoreboard as well. And a sip of water from the bold man in the top left.
We're not talking about Rob J. Monday.
And I'm not talking about Rob Monday on the couch.
Well, certainly.
What's your favorite kind of chips? Hot chips, potato chips, blue chips?
The chips from Apex South in 2021.
Well, we've got a grand final, ladies and gentlemen. It's up to GG now to see if they want to extend Chalet or if we head to Bank for what feels like would be
Oh, it's a perfect map.
the perfect map for these two teams.
Absolutely, man.
As many
And for Vinny, it's his favourite map.
Yeah.
Vinny, fun fact of the day.
Oh, he did beat GG on that particular map a little while ago.
If there's anyone that can tell us on the couch after this how to beat GG on Bank, it's Vince here.
Oh, no, no.
Yeah, that's the kind of shot in a round that you just know it's starting to slip away in terms of the map.
Yeah, none of the big gunners from GG able to fire too many blows in this match, or this map.
They go onto the attack now.
Yeah.
And they're just as deadly. Chalet should be attacker-sided. Chiefs will know that. On the defense, they now find themselves master in office for the 7th round.
We haven't seen a lot of Chalet in OCE for this stage. Only the 8 rounds, 62.5% attack win rate. So the question really is, does GG find that proverbial 7th gear that they always find in these important games?
They always have it, don't they?
Yep.
They always start to get on a bit of a roll, and then suddenly you go from 5-1 to 5-4. So many teams in this region that, you know, the 3rd, 4th, 5th place teams, they've got the capabilities of getting these kind of leads, but then it's so difficult to convert it. These are now the very crucial rounds here for Chiefs. Finding a way to convert the advantage that you've worked very hard to get. 11-1 for Cairo. What a map.
So double crowd control, Grim Capital combo here, probably going to be used for the trophy stairs clear, or the solo stairs clear rather. Same call out.
This show, while he continues to play well, he's been the positive, the shining light for GG. In fact, he's going in for the plant, but denied. Nitrocell's successful. Does put him on the floor temporarily. Don't know if he's going to be able to get brought back up. Good position, Tuhan in towards Piano. Indeed, Brendo will actually get Fisher back up, and of course that's Kid now.
What is this retake?
Picked up. Where are the defenders? Chiefs, hello, come on, do you know what site you're playing here? That's going to be an easy plant, and it should be an easy round.
Attackers activating diffuser.
Just far too easy, the fact that they're able to just walk into site, have free piano control. Where are you guys holding?
3-stack library hallway.
Why?
The retake is insane.
Gives me signs of opening round defense from GG on the way that they play bar games. I don't know what the hell this was from Chiefs defensively on Master in Office.
Yeah, it's a write-off.
That is indeed a write-off, and that gives GG a way back into this map. You don't want to be giving them any kind of chance. And you've given them a freebie.
Yep, go next. That's got to be the call. For Chiefs, bit of a disaster on that previous site.
Is it too far-fetched to say they were almost prepared to lose the swift entry engagement? If you think back to Cafe, how many times did we see GG? Think about top floor, Candelas, the way they just hit a bar cocktail so quick that they're almost anticipating something similar there. So they think, why don't we play for a retake?
Yeah, maybe.
But you're giving up so much map control. You shouldn't be able to get the plant down at 2 minutes.
That's such a difficult retake anyway.
Nice, good shit, oi, good shit, yeah, oi. Fucking good pacing and good call. And then fucking
Well, come on.
Wait,
A family-friendly show, mate.
come on, Wettables, come on, you know. He's not wrong.
Yeah. No, he gets the pass.
It was great pacing, though. It was actually maybe too good pacing. They were quite quick in that round, and Chiefs were not prepared for it. They gave them sight, they gave them map control. They wanted to play retake, but that also just got shut down.
Attackers moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Well, the Maestro back into the fray for Chiefs. And we saw that to great effect back on Cafe for one of their kitchen defensive holds. It was ultra effective in denying drones. That was the big name of the game. Back then it was to protect the Goyo canisters from the shock drones of the Twitch. This time though, probably a greater emphasis just on information itself. And also the ability to deny plant in the late round as well. That one most notably for default. I'm sure the second and third aren't too far away. But can Chiefs win the entry battle?
Bomb located by attackers.
Been their biggest struggle in this series. Likely to be hunted down by Deimos here in round 8. Queer's under pressure from the Grim as well. Trapped into a corner.
I mean, he's trying to pressure it without over peeking it, and then actually the double swing with Cairo.
Oh, Sage!
Cairo.
Oh, it's Fish actually.
Well, Sage was running past him. Fish was also then just kind of caught in the crossfire. He wasn't the intended target, but he just happened to be there, and Cairo puts him down to 10 HP. Entry from Tuhan, though. With the pressure on Trufe, he knows this library side is a little bit more clear. Brendo as well inside of library. 90 seconds left of the round as the Frost is being targeted by the Deimos. Tuhan on the move. It's Tex that needs to be careful of his positioning now, especially when he's playing in this position. This is so risky from Tex. Over towards Default, trying to take the battle, but I don't know about that one, guys.
Yeah, nowhere to go.
Maybe shouldn't have been there.
Another entry to GG. Rough position now.
It's been really the damning statistic of this grand final is so one-sided. The amount of times I've seen 5 versus 4 in favor of GG.
Oh, flank potential. GG getting to work with the Ram.
Quiz
from
is
top
1 and
floor.
5. This is the 3rd best rated player of the stage.
He has to go really big here.
And he has lost Jigsaw, who's #1 rated. So much control again already for GG around the map. Their attacks are looking quite fruitful so far. Early days in the second half.
Quiz. No one's seen him on cam.
Oh, he's got to convert this, and he does. It was a little bit messy, but he gets the kill. Can't criticize a win. 30 seconds left in the round. Blue control for Oda, but he's getting, well, pressured quite heavily. The death mark. 3 versus 3. Cairo finds another one, and then Oda repeaks Blue. Retakes it against Brendo, and Cairo too. Doubles down and wets by himself in a 1v2. Bees are buzzing. 14 seconds left. Mirror window. He can't do anything. They're not peeking. They're not giving him an inch or a mile. And Oda. Oh, he would have loved that kill. Map point for the Chiefs.
Quick side note, my mind was absolutely melting during that execute with the outlines being the opposing colors, but you can see
don't
there
even get me started.
from GG filtering forward. Big flank from Quiz, and that just played a little bit of disrupt, probably cluttered the comms a little bit, threw a little bit of chaos into the late round there for GG to contend with. Now facing a 4-round deficit, no tactical timeout already used in this series, and Chiefs now looking to drive this one home. And in fact, in terms of the series round differential, if they win it here,
You really just
they're a little bit ahead.
You've just got to get it down to a best of 1. I know that's quite simplistic to say, but when it comes down to that one final map, anything can happen. You get your moments, you get your chances. You want to put GG into that threatening position. Oh. And this was great from Oda, the retake Blue, and yeah, nothing could be done at the end.
Nice! Cairo! Cairo, you are so good! Cairo!
Cairo! Don't inflate his ego, guys. Come on.
He's probably the kind of player that thrives off it, though, which is what you want.
Maybe so.
Feed it.
13 and 2 from Cairo here on Chalet. If Brendo was the star of the show on Cafe, then Cairo has been the king.
Yeah, Brendo got 12 back on Cafe, so we'll see if that feat can be beaten.
On the vigil now. Match point round 4, match point opportunities.
Oh, he's on 13, so yeah. Has already surpassed that feat.
If you lose this map from here, I mean, that's just mentally scarring. You've got to be able to close this out. Doesn't matter if it's 7-5 or 7-2. Somewhere in the middle, find that win and get us to bank.
And how did GG go about resetting without the guardrail of Titan? There's going to be pressure on the leadership figures within the team to continue to push here and refocus for round number 9.
Entry into Mud's pretty good. Claymore down. F not mine dealt with. It's nice from Sage.
Yeah, perceived pressure point for the rest of the round.
Oh! Was that outside bathroom? Or yeah, bathroom I think it would have been. From Quiz.
Good attempt, but doesn't quite land enough hits.
But it just keeps the defense in the back of the mind for someone like Sage, knowing that nowhere is safe. Medible's on the Grim.
Big util investment. Logic bomb as well.
Oh, Cairo with the boss G in a grand final. Well, there's your opening kill. Tex, another dangerous position for him to be holding. Brendo, though, sneaks into backstore, and Cairo's got no idea. There's sight control. They can play from big window. Fisher with another big kill, and the drop is down. They can start to stick to plan if they want. Collapsed into sight and taking it. Quiz and Jigsaw left in a 2v4, and they go over towards Bar. Chiefs would have thought that they'd just try and get games control and get the plant down quickly, but credit to GG. Mudroom control. They've got everything surrounded. Perfect post plant setup here from GG.
Oh, well, hold on.
Jiggy. 1v2. Logic bomb is ringing as well, but his position is known anyway. 25 seconds. Pulls out the deagle, starts running around, and no chance. Not with Brendo still up above.
Well, he spearheaded that round and ends it. Really good push in towards backstore, found that pocket, exploited it really nicely. Tex went for a very, very risky drop down to try and trade. He was the only real win potential remaining there for Chiefs, and the second that he dropped, provided GG didn't go for a blatantly obvious default plant position, which they didn't, it was going to be near impossible there for Chiefs. So good identification of the win condition there from GG, and yeah, well executed round.
You lose this round, tactical timeout, regardless of what happens. Just so then you've got 2 rounds to then play off of that, try and maybe halt their momentum as well.
And defuse as many bombs as they can.
So 3-6, match point. We'll go to the replay here, but it was a really well-worked round. Despite the fact that Cairo got the opening kill, it was this play here from Brendo, Guz, that really unlocked the round. And
Good call, Brendan. Good call, yeah?
yeah,
Guys,
good call,
that
Brendan.
was an unorthodox round, but good.
Unorthodox round. It was,
Yeah.
to be honest. Not often you can just walk into backstore and then drop from the library hatch and then go to bar and get the plant down.
No,
Unorthodox.
everything about that side has screamed unorthodox for GG this evening, but yeah, finding success that time around. Monty in play now for Fisho. How impactful will the most on-meta operator in the game at the moment be here for GG?
Attackers are
We have seen time and time again globally, teams struggling to deal with the Monty and or Blitz. Have Chiefs done their due diligence? Are they ready for it? Are they anticipating it?
That's Fisher
Can
as
they
well.
deal with it?
I mean, we talk about names Dave on his shield ops, but Fisho's the OG when it comes to the Montang and what he can do on this operator, and he's been playing so well here on Chalet. I mean, I think it's fair to say probably been their best player on this map. 4 opportunities for Chiefs. Must close out this map. Cannot allow this to go to overtime.
Oh, immediate pressure towards Mez.
Quiz is down.
Yeah.
Tried to play the Mez position. Denied drones, hold good site control and map control, but GG is starting to just pick them apart. The defense for Chiefs not proving to be all that dominant. Whew. Wow. Yeah,
This
tactical
is
timeout.
GG for you.
Timeout time.
They found
Unless
the-
Tex or Cairo, especially Cairo, is still alive, 14-3. Can they find a couple of just sneaky little kills, bring it back to, say, a 2v3? Tex searching over towards Ego Balk, but nothing to be found. Maybe waiting for Fish to vault over, and if he does, it could be a possibility here from Tex. Does still have a Nitrocell as well. But you can hear, of course, wall being opened up. Claymore, I mean, Cairo probably had to just go for something there at that point, but Nitrocell's not going to do enough, you don't think, and in the end, round done, and GG will take themselves to 6-4, and we should be heading to a tactical timeout. I'm usually pretty good with my timeout calls, I feel like. I'm hoping and praying that they call one here.
Well, it feels like a story as old as time.
Get in there.
Every single time,
Nice, Lewis.
every single time GG find that extra gear. And that last round really illustrating the point that they have found it.
I feel like I'd make a good coach just for when to call tax. And then that's it. I won't say anything.
Quit your yapping.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, guys.
Extra gear has been found. How do Chiefs stall it out? They need to find that extra 1% themselves.
Is there a
everyone.
site? Is there like a particular site that they could maybe go to? Like, like is Snow Wine going to unlock and...
Well, they found success last time, but again, it wasn't the most convincing round. None of the rounds have been convincing.
Guess you could say most of the rounds have been unorthodox.
Yeah.
2 rounds, 4. I mean, the pressure, you know, it's kind of funny. Like, you want to be the team that's leading. You want to be in the 6-4 position. But there's added pressure that comes with that because now you've got to close it out.
Until they start chasing your tail and catching up, right?
Exactly, exactly. And especially with GG on the attack. So they're setting the tone, the pace, they're getting opening picks, they're aggressive, they're corralling you. Do you play sight and sit still and hold angles, but then you give them map control? Do you go for entries? Like,
Well, they've gotten of the 4 rounds so far in this second half, again, the entry is heavily leaning towards GG. They've won 3.
Chiefs have got 3 overall for the whole map. 6 overall for the whole grand final. It's not been their strong suit. The irony is that when Cairo did get that opening kill on the Boss G through Mudroom onto Sage, that they ended up losing that round anyway. That's not the be end all, certainly, but 6-4. They say a 2-0 lead's never safe. Well, a 6-2 lead doesn't feel safe these days in Siege.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh, 2-0 lead if you're an Everton fan, maybe.
Yeah, unfortunately for me.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
Can they close it out here, Chiefs? Jigsaw over towards Library. Spawn peek. No, I think just more so pressure. Never really looked like he was going for anything there. Cairo in towards Wine on the Vigil. Could be the one to maybe catch someone floating around the map for GG. Brendo cautious in his approach.
Drone up and running.
I think someone from Chiefs here just has to produce a bit of a special moment. Be the one to step up and have a hero play.
I think it's got to be Cairo. It's his map right now.
Well, it was his map, but it feels like it's slipping out of control a little bit at the moment.
Brendo over towards Logs. This is too easy for Fisher on the Monty, and I'm honestly a little bit worried about the Montaigne control here from Chiefs.
Well, they have the Legion to counter it. Defensively, that really gains limited impact. He's playing half-wall office on that Legion. There is a BPC to relay information.
RCE going out. Ratero prime.
GG may be looking to play cut off from this position. Run out Cairo.
There it
And
is.
kill Cairo.
He's done this before, though, and they've still gone and lost the round anyway. But he's got really good vert control. Oh, one West main stairs, I think.
That unlocks this position for Quiz to rotate out, right? Again, Wet was out on that balcony. Quiz ultimately doesn't enter that line of sight, but it just frees up that Mez pressure a little bit.
Hard bridge too, Guz.
Yeah.
There's one tin can opener for Fisho. Minute 20, Fisho making his way. Library hallway. Double stack, actually, top library stairs right now. Still one in towards library as well. The shield has been dealt with. It's a one-sided push, though, from GG, but from a couple of different avenues. Towards dining now for Brendo, but pressure on this floor. 60 seconds remaining. Makes his way over towards West Main. I wonder if he comes up fireplace stairs later on a flank here.
Jigsaw forced back with the Grim Ping. So too, the Warden of Oda.
Still got to deal with this Montaigne, though. This is going to be a huge turning point in the round if they can't find a way to shut down Fisho Guy.
It's going to be so tough. And of course, they can't forget about Brendo.
He's just going to walk in again, isn't he? Where's the watch? Where's the flank watch here? Brendo, last time out, just walked into backstore. And he's going to try for it once again, and it may be successful once again. While he doesn't walk through, he holds the angle.
There is barbed wire, so that will slow and give it a sound cue.
25 seconds left, freebie, Cairo, but no. Brendo's position is now known, something to consider. Bot library stands the peek up from Oda's good on the Warden. The one player above him does fall. Oh, Quiz on the drop shot. Not a lot of time left, and Fisho into Barstock with the pistol out on the Montaigne, but he's lost 200 to 1v1 Oda against your old team. Oda and Fisho in a 1v1 with 4 seconds left. Fisho's got no time. He's going to have to try and stick the plant. Can Oda deny? He should be able to, but he's going to try and find him. Oda's starting to sweat, but he finds him. Oda will kill him, and Oda will send us to bank. Chiefs will tie up this grand final. It's 1-1.
Oda almost gave me a heart attack there. A fraction of a second away from that plant being secured and likely to go on and lose that 1v1. But not to be, and Oda just has that clutch factor about him.
He certainly does. Oda against his old team sends us to a third and decisive map bank. It feels like it's just been there, presented on a silver platter, this very map for this very grand final. We had to get there, and certainly in unorthodox manners, we did eventually get there with a win for Chiefs. Over to the boys on the couch.
Oh my God, we were sitting there in that final round actually sweating for a second. That was incredibly tight. That last round, I actually think sums up some of those rounds really nicely, Vinny. There were so many critical moments in this game. There were so many 1vx's. There were so many last second plays, last crunch plays that ultimately got either team across the line. I'm not saying it was for one or the other. We saw moments of brilliance from Brendo, from Cairo. This was the map that we wanted.
Yeah, so many individuals stood up in that game. Obviously, Cairo is the the big standout. I think he ended up with 15 kills by the end of it, playing that Boss G in that final round. Did get killed by Brendo on that flank, and I thought maybe Brendo had found a way into the round, similar to this, how he snuck his way into bar a few rounds prior. But yeah, we saw an attacking-sided Chalet, which is sort of the way that map plays out, and yeah, that last round was insane. I mean, Oda just finding the kill onto Fisher guy in time. Tuhan jumped in the, I think it was the games window and got down by Goo Mines, otherwise that could have played out very differently as well. I mean, it's inevitable, isn't it, that we're going to go to a map 3 and finish off this series with definitely the best team in OCE.
I mean, this is what we always want, Dev. This is what we wait for, and this is what we haven't had for such a long time.
Yeah, it's been a bloody long time since we've had an actual competitive fight for the major, and you can't deny it. Like, Chiefs are maybe not necessarily the same as Gladiators, but they are pretty damn close to their level, and they're fighting for it. I think GAIMIN Gladiators have a very strong map pool, and even though Chiefs do like all the maps, there are clearly some that they're going to be better at, and Chalet is one of them. I'm really glad that they got to show it off, because we didn't see it in the previous BO3 between these two teams when they played against each other in that APAC Cup qual. And this is arguably Chiefs' best map. So Gladiators probably should be pretty happy that they drove it this far. But like you said, it was a very tight contest. I really like that Chiefs just kept up that aggressive play constantly. You already mentioned Cairo. Man is running outside on the Boss G like minutes into the round, going for these aggressive outside spawn peaks and stuff. And he was also great on the entry as well, 3-0. Great game from Gladiators. I also respect the Monty picks in the last 2 rounds, even though at the end it didn't work. They even banned the Clash to enable it. So a lot of really good prep has come into this by GG as well. They are respecting Chiefs, and they damn well should be, because they've just pushed it to map 3.
Now, having a look back at the series as a total, there were 6 triple kills or more in the entire map, and that's out of a game with only 11 rounds, Vinny. I mean, this is, we say sometimes the stats don't always back up what we're trying to sell, but nearly every category that we look at here is selling us a barn burner, unfortunately. There's no other way of putting it.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest deciding factor in that game was that both teams probably put too much emphasis on their own defenses. We saw GG picking the defense side first and going down 5-1. I mean, probably based on the last couple of days, that's probably the side that they feel they're strongest on. They came into that series with an 80% defensive win rate, but it just turned out that Chalet is still an attacking-sided map, and Chiefs have done a lot of prep work on that map. You could see just the way they played it out. I think if it had been the other way around, it could have been a very different story. GG bringing that Monty from the first round and really putting pressure on Chiefs. You might have seen them crumble, but I mean, yeah, it's just played out perfectly for us to go to bank.
It has, and on that note, Vinny, defense for Chiefs. They chose defense on bank. I know that you have your thoughts about bank being potentially an attacker-sided map when the right teams play it. What do you think about a defensive first half? If you're talking about Chalet and the way it's been picked out, what's the trend moving into bank?
Yeah, it might be something similar. I mean, bank is one of those maps I said before that if you do the right prep, it can be defender-sided if you've got a few tricks up your sleeve. There is a lot to do attacking bank. It is an attacker-sided map if you know what you're doing, and the defense plays quite passive and lets you take map control. But if it's one of those maps where, Chiefs come out swinging and really being aggressive on entries, then it becomes very difficult for GG to take a lot of map control and work their way into rounds. But again, I think both teams have played this map so often, it suits both of their play styles really well. So I think it's going to be the perfect game, honestly.
Yeah. Chiefs actually haven't dropped the round on bank since they played this map the first time as the Chiefs rather than Ludovica. They're 7-0 twice. And GG have only lost 3 rounds in the last 2 maps that they've played on this map. So yeah, they're both really good bank teams. So I'm very glad that we're going to it, because I think we are going to see high-level bank on both sides. And I think the comment you were talking about, attacker-sided, defender-sided, the more the higher level gameplay, then a map will lean into its sides more. And I think that bank being an inherently attacker-sided map at the higher level means that, we probably will start that. So it's interesting to me that Chiefs have chose defense, because I have a feeling we're headed towards maybe an attacker-sided match. But yeah, I'm just really keen to see what the bans are. Like, do we get that Monty ban? Do we get the knock ban again even? A little bit of a counter ban? Do we see Valkyrie played? Is it going to be a game of C4s? Is the Azami going to make it through? Are these guys going to have cooked up new stuff that we haven't seen before? I really hope so.
So often in this region, we get these series and they fizzle out into nothing. This is going the distance. We head to bank for Montreal Point.
3, 2, 1. 2-1.
Well, the moment has arrived, and haven't we been waiting? Third map of a grand final between two teams that claim to be the best in the region. One's got certainly history in being so. One wants to be the new kings of this region. Chiefs on defense, Bank to begin. Spoke to Oda in the break, very brief message. He said, job's not finished. And it's a good mentality to have.
Sounds like he's locked in.
He is.
Ready to go.
Who would be more disappointed losing this map?
I think they'd both be devastated.
Yeah. Smiles.
And if GG lose the map, well, then the whole region may be devastated, Jake, because then there is no guarantee. And in fact, some would maybe even say unlikely that we even have an OCE team at SI.
Wow.
We need a couple of very unfortunate things to play out, but Bleed are looking pretty red hot for quals. So
those are possibilities. Those are in the future. This is a guarantee, and this is now. A chance to go to the Montreal Major rests solely on this singular map. Chiefs will begin defense. GG will be attacking, as we saw in Chalet. And as I think we will see here on Bank, attacker-sided is certainly going to be the case. And this is where it comes down to moments. We saw plenty back on Bank. You've just got to be able to take your moment, be aggressive, back yourself in. We saw Cairo do that so well. He was the standout MVP on Chalet. If he does it again here on Bank, he's just a straight-up MVP of a grand final and going to a major. What a storyline for someone like Cairo, who's been plugging away for so long.
Yeah, target ban by GG, though, at least defensively. Vigil off the board. And another target ban from GG. Again, the Nook unavailable for Jigsaw. Defensively, Chiefs take the Valkyrie off the board, which is a very powerful tool on a map as large as Bank. And Fisho will no longer be able to play the Monty. So these bans, not particularly unexpected. They're all extremely straightforward. I'm sure both teams will be able to play around them. I can hear that, by the way. Mute your phone.
Oh, sorry, I was just looking at the Twitch poll coming into map 3.
What's
61% to GAIMIN Gladiators, 39% to Chiefs if you want to just kind of round it 60-40 split,
Okay.
which is, I think, about right.
I'd say it's a little overly generous to Chiefs for my liking, but
Okay.
I did say 20% heading into the night. Maybe that was a little bit underestimating them.
Just a quick overview coming into the final map. 18-18 in terms of kills for both Cairo and Jigsaw. On the side of Gaming Gladiators, Brendo leading all comers with 20, 19-19 for Fisho and Wedables. What a grand final that Fisher guy has had so far. He's also 6-0 on entry. What a stat. And another stat that's not as nice, 0-5 for Quiz. If you discount Jigsaw due to his late entry, Quiz, of course, the second-rated player in the region throughout this stage. Can this be his map? Can this be his moment? Scopos being targeted by the Deimos. Now you can transfer, which will leave the death mark on the shell left behind, which has been spotted, located, and will be dealt with pretty comfortably. So no Scopos shenanigans. It's the downside, of course. Like, you know, you kind of look at the operator and you think once you lose that shell and you lose that transfer ability, you're not left with much in terms of utility. In fact, he's just left with one impact.
Yeah, it's a decent clear from GG for map control, rather risk-free. The Blitz has been brought this round, though, so a shield still in play and utilized over towards Printer into open area in Staff.
Another death mark used already by Wedables. Only one remaining. Blue stairs, hold for Quiz.
Everyone down over towards basement now for
Quiz has
Chiefs.
got no more gas babes with a minute left.
He's going to play for his life, barricaded off.
So without gas babes, the Smoke's going to have to play blue stairs.
Ooh, it was able to get out.
Did get out, you're right. See the Blitz making its way through dirt as well in towards server. Jigsaw's got a lot to do here. Tries to shoot the feet, but instead just hits the shield. Smoke goes out. Now just tries to rush, but he's blinded. Full wipe. Fisher should get the entry, but it is Brendo that does steal the kill. Fisher did most of the work. Did see a Vulcan canister there still at the default plant location.
Only the one Nitro for Oda positioned inside of red will be an effective tool in denying the plant with the smoke babes already utilized. Wall now to be opened up.
Still
the
a canister. There's still a canister. Guys, you got to just pop this. That plant's going down. Fisher guy's going to be able to successfully get this plant down, and the retake's going to be so difficult.
Where's the Nitro?
Yeah, where's the Nitro? The Vulcan canister didn't pop. You had the utility. And Sage just got the flank watch. He knows they're going to try and push up main stairs through beepers to go for the retake, but this is a round lost early on from Chiefs on the defense and one of the better defensive sides when it comes to Bank. They will be very disappointed with the way that this round has played out, and it's, well, I mean, the verge of impossible now, isn't it? A 2v4 like this. And these retakes are already difficult as they are. Well, so far, every map has had one of these kind of defensive rounds where it's
it's just completely a walkover.
And that needs to be the one and only one for Chiefs. Good start for Gaming Gladiators, though, here in the third map of the grand final. That was a really good attack.
That one was probably one of the more disappointing ones, though, in the sense that they still had the Vulcan canister. They still had the Nitro red. I can't explain why it wasn't used. I understand, late round, bank basement, it's easier said than done to hear the plant go down. Like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot going on, cluttered comms, utility, etc., but at this kind of level, a mistake like that, so punishing. If they had have denied plant, if the canister had have detonated, there wasn't that much longer in the round for GG. They would have had to do a very quick pivot.
25 seconds, that Vulcan canister is going to go for pretty much 90% of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Tech pause, by the way. Hopefully not an extended one, but this might be one of the tech pauses that actually is beneficial for like a Chiefs, for example. It is Tuhan whose PC did crash. Of course, they can't talk during a tech pause, guys, but you can just kind of think about the round internally. And also difficult for, say, a GG to kind of capitalize and gain the momentum going into the second round, third round, etc. So it's a little break in the action from just that first round, but yeah, very intriguing. The fact that Chiefs certainly had still a decent chance. What did you think about the server hold, though? Jigsaw really, a 1v1 with the Blitz. It's a difficult position to be in.
Yeah, he didn't land enough initial damage onto the feet, and then that compromised his position.
Had no help to watch the blue stairs flank.
Well, the site was smoked, so the cross wasn't being held. He was left solo. And then right at the end, he made a pretty decisive decision to just try and rush the shield and Hail Mary it, but then by that time, Brendo was down blue. So.
What a series from Fisher guy so far.
Yeah.
One of the, I almost want to say like unheralded, but he does get his reps. He does get his due. You know how good he can be as a supportive player in this region, but even in this grand final now, he's showing his fragging capabilities. I gotta say, GG, 90% of this stage, no smiles, locked in. Final map of a grand final. I'm seeing them smile and laugh more than I've ever seen them this stage. No changes on the expression for Chiefs from map 1 to map 3.
Yeah, locked in.
Jigsaw's trying to enter the screen.
He is one with the game. Played really well on Chalet. Offered a lot of pressure.
Tex 8 and 18, 0 and 3 on the entry.
Attackers need to locate and defuse the
Struggling
bomb
the most so far in this grand final out of all 10 players.
He's been tasked with playing some pretty awkward positions.
He has, but I've still got to highlight it.
Yeah.
It's probably Quiz, though, that if you want to put the onus on someone to now stand up and perform. I know that historically you wouldn't probably want to put that on him, but the way he's played this stage, if you really want to capitalize on a great stage, because if you don't qualify for the major, you've had a good stage, you haven't got the rewards.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Has the Scopos license for round number 2. We saw it played in the previous round by Cairo, top floor of the basement hold. And once he was droned out and backed into a corner, switched back to the shell on site.
Attackers are moving.
We'll see if Quiz employs a similar game plan and style here into the forthcoming round. I would hazard to guess that that will likely be the case. Situated over with CEO at the moment. Ram in play, implying that GG will look to clear top floor. Flush out archives across, back the defense into a corner. At least that's the theory. They also have double hard breach, so they can work top floor, lone office, quad wall, and try to really squeeze that defense, who at least does have the Izami to fall back on. Makes far more of the site playable. But for now, focus on top floor, gaining information, and trying to help facilitate Tuhan.
And also opening round again, Brendo finding that early pick. Well, not early pick, but first pick. I think that's just going to be something Chiefs are going to have to deal with in this grand final and the final map. They've clearly not been capable in these early engagements, so constantly playing from behind. Wiz on the roam, of course. Scopos can transfer back. Sage looking to open up Kanto. What's the plan here for Quiz? Another slow round at the moment from GG on the attack. It is Oda that opens it up, though, and deals with Fish. That's a freebie. That's nice. That's something Chiefs haven't really had a whole lot of in this grand final. Okaro's got to try and get himself out of position, but a little bit too late on that bolt. They've lost 2 pretty quickly. Make that 3. Sage, though, making his way up main. Calls that out, though, that there's 1 B per side. Oda again on site, though, with a strong kill onto Wettables. And out of nowhere, it's a 2v2 with lots of time remaining in the round.
I mean, talk about an old duo connecting, though. Jigsaw, Oda, full belts of U-tilt.
They double stack site. Brendo, though, already in towards staff. Tuhan still playing square. Where's that diffuser? Oh, Jigsaw. Does he know where? Oh, the timing! He gets him anyway! Jigsaw turns around and hits the head. Needs to find 1 more. Brendo takes a lick of damage. The Deagle is out. Yellow ping info. Keep a barrier, blocks off entry through admin. Still so much time here, and looking to plug those holes.
They've got square camera. They've got square camera.
Karo's watching. Brendo, his entry position is known. The yellow pings continue to ring out. Keep a barrier blocking some of the sightline, but Jigsaw makes his mark here in the grand final. His return. Oh, it was promised, and he is delivering on the biggest stage in this wonderful, oh so wonderful region.
Oh, Jig is back. What a clutch. Oda started off the round well and then was left alongside Jigsaw. Limited impact towards the late round, but Jigsaw stepped up. Massive, massive clutch. Both players in the 1 versus 1 with information, but a successful 4v2 reversal.
Oh my God.
Sit down, Tui.
Beautiful. They needed that one, didn't they? The first round was so disappointing with their defensive setup in the late round. Unable to execute. They go back now to said site. After the redeem on staff and open, we head to lockers and CCTV for the 3rd round. That's what we want. We want this in this grand final. Back and forth. Take us all the way to OT. Why not?
It's not every day of the week you see Brendo lose a 1 versus 1. Get outmatched in 1 versus 1.
He was out of position though. Yellow pinged off from the square cam.
More so a testament to Jigsaw though.
Absolutely. And Oda as well. Oda probably goes a little unnoticed, but he gets 2 big kills. The entry, the denial of entry, and then of course in the middle of that round to bring it back to a 2v2, he pops up, gets a big kill after they lost staff control. Again, it comes down to moments in these big games, and Jigsaw stood up in his moment. And that just helps out the whole team. Castle Barricade stays because of Cairo. So classical extension over towards Staff and open the Castle Barricades. And they ditch the Scope Horse as well.
Tubrow and Kaid combination in play then. A pretty formidable duo to play into for an attacking team on Bank with how prevalent hatches are on the basement floor. We'll see just how much that duo is able to stall out the likes of the Hibana, but keep in mind Maverick is in play. Stalling out over towards that stock room, so very top floor, but elsewhere Brendo's been able to lurk into a favourable position over towards Square as his logic bombs continue to regen.
That was the final Zodo canister from Cairo, just to delay a little bit longer. And I mean, you know, the funny thing is, you want to delay so you're in a position with 25 seconds left where you're still going to nitro a Vulcan canister. So you're still going to hit those win cons when they're there. They didn't do that in the opening round.
So Chris Blue, this time on the Warden, not the smoke.
Warden's still good on Blue. If it's not the smoke, you want the Warden. Get the glasses up. Hard to get flashed out of this position. You still got the deployable shield. Shotgun in hand. Oh, it's a double swing. He went for the drone instead, and they just take him out. Quiz will be kicking himself. It's a classic move. The drone as bait. But there was the delay in the push that made him just think that the push wasn't coming. Opening kill again for GG. Blue Stairs control, and most importantly, no Warden. So you can throw out those flashes now.
So a minute to go, and this time for Chiefs, it's double nitro, double canister default. We saw last time them struggle to play around those win conditions for Plant Denial.
2 nitro cells for what it's worth. Oda again. Big kill on to Tuhan. He just continues to hold these sites well. Fisho makes his way up Blue, does have that diffuser in hand. He makes his way square. Are they thinking about a drop?
There's one more canister default.
Are they thinking about hatch drop?
I think they have to.
30 seconds left towards Admin with a diffuser from Fisho guys. Sage watching for a main stairs push. Brendo, good kill onto Jigsaw. Vulcan canisters. There is still one more. Brendo's found a double on the push through server. Despite the fact that the kit was rotated towards that admin hatch. 20 seconds left. Down to Cairo and Oda to try and seal this round for Chiefs, but they're, well, outnumbered. The flashes to drop through. Oda playing in towards Vault. Did you see that head? I don't think he did. And in the end, 3 found in the round from Brendo. Plant will go down successfully. The Nitro Cell's not going to deny him. It's at the bomb chassis. Nothing that Oda can do there. Gaming Gladiators once again will take basement and retake the lead.
Well, structurally there for Chiefs, it did look better than their prior attempt, but Brendo from that long line of sight able to pluck 2 kills deep in towards that defensive structure. Big duo of kills for him to be able to find. And they're able to lean into that man advantage after waiting out the flames that those Goyo canisters presented. 2-1 lead to GG.
I mean, just the ability for Brendo to just walk server and go find 2 kills, that is just heartbreaking as a defensive team to even allow something like that. But it's a testament to how good Brendo is. 7-1 here on the 3rd map of the grand final. We've been speaking all stage long about Tuhan, his ability to slot into this roster, perform so well, the best really in the region. But Brendo has just been able to re-find that young GOAT status here in the grand final.
Nice. Good shit, Brendan. Good shit.
Big nuts. Take those fights, baby.
Yep. Brendo's on, and that's really scary for Chiefs. You know, if Brendo was 6th, 7th best in the region, Brendo, in this grand final, and it was all down to Tuhan, and Tuhan's, of course, been a little quiet, then maybe this could have been far more winnable. But the fact that Brendo's playing as well as he is makes this so much more difficult for Chiefs.
Well, Chiefs back on the Maestro for round 4. We have seen it prior in this series, most notably back on Cafe. It was very impactful in denying information and helping aid in potential plant denial. They will also double dip with the Echo as well in play. So Yokai's available
again, to help feed information on the periphery of the site and may be a factor for plant denial as well. Shock drones, though, are available for Tuhan in an attempt to deny that.
First time seeing top floor, by the way, CEO and executive.
It's had a defensive win rate of 54.5%. Inos?
Small margins. Sage once again looking to unlock Kanto.
Oh, shock drones are getting denied again here. Oh, Yokais as well. I mean, we're not seeing straight on gunfights, but the information game at the moment is massive from both teams.
Yeah, the util battle between these two. And it's Brendo again. There's an 8th kill found. That's terrifying if you Chiefs, because Brendo is on his best form right now.
Oh,
Cairo 1 and 4 after being so dominant back on
get
Chalet.
No.
Quiz can't get the kill outside in terrace and into the top square position for Brendo. Drops. And on the buck, he can now do some real damage down below.
Yeah, I mean, he's so close to getting timed there by Quiz, but able to now rotate below with that previously cleared by the team. And the execute probably not too far away here from GG. Probably a little bit cautious of pressure through Jan. Brendo may elect to divert that. And there is also flank potential for Roda.
He's going to go main. He's going to have to try and clear Brendo here. Brendo's ready and waiting for that flank to come. But he makes his way up top square, vacating archives. And they still haven't fully cleared out this hallway position. No one... Well, now there is actually a player there. Oda top main. You also still got Quiz over in this hallway position. Sage in towards Stock to try and lend a helping hand. They've dealt with Jigsaw, but Brendo did end up losing his life. Tui.
Oh.
Tui with Tui.
I don't think Sage intentionally dropped hatch there, but can recover.
Could Oda do the unthinkable here? He's got Tex for support still. Does he have any Yokais? We saw at least one of them got dealt with. Sage, though, wins the battle on main against Oda. The repel in. Tex. So much experience, but unable to win that round. GG will take themselves a 3-1 lead on the attack of Bankhead. Fisher looks amped up.
He's fired up. Pretty rare you see Fisher that fired up, but clearly happy with how they were able to break down that round. There were a couple of parts of that defense that looked very difficult to displace very late into the round. But Brendo and Sage were able to connect nicely through Stock hallway. Oda's attempt off-site was shut down as well. And then Tex overwhelmed.
So a 3-1 lead and a 3-1 lead on the opening 2 maps. Both go the way of Chiefs on the final map, though. 3-1 lead now for GG. They are on the attack side of Bank, though. Is 2 defensive rounds enough for Chiefs?
Yeah.
It's the pass mark.
It's marginal, though.
Yeah.
It's been a 50-50 map for OCE this stage.
It might not be enough against a team like GG. That's probably the thinking. Against other teams, you'd say, hey, you can probably get away with 2. Bring it back on the attack, but GG is so deadly on both sides of the field. Tactical timeout taken, now expired. That's it. That's your timeout for the rest of this grand final. And into a tech pause.
Classic.
Would you rather attack into attack or attack into attack? I feel like you'd want the latter. You'd take the tech and then into the tech.
No tech. Period.
Or no tech, yeah. That's a really
great.
good answer, Guz. Oh, this could be a long tech if I see Oda get up from the chair. We'll see. Hopefully not too long. Another break in the action, though. Not ideal. Yeah, but GG looking so strong right now. They've been in this position so many times, so many grand finals, so many international events. They've got that experience. But again, as we've already highlighted, they are just, the emotions on their face is so different from what we've seen all stage long. Smiles, and they look happy and excited. That's not to take anything away from Chiefs. The Chiefs have been locked in from map 1, and they remain locked in. But GG, all stage long, have looked locked in. But yeah, unfortunate Oda loses that battle. Had he won that, it's 2v2. Tex then denies 1. It would have been a 1v1.
Let's fucking go! Keep going, keep going, keep going!
Fisher.
Fucking calling back, cunt.
You can see how much it means for these guys as well. Even despite the fact they've been to major after major and 6 Invitational and EWC and all these international events, they know full well this will be their best challenge in many a time in this region. Unfortunately, though, this tech pause has turned into a rehost, and with that, we will head to a break. Don't go too far, though. When we return, the grand final shall continue. So the fifth round of the final map for this grand final now underway. Out of the tech pause, 3-1 lead for Gaming Gladiators for Chiefs. They cannot really allow many more rounds here. 2 to go in the half, guys, and spoke about it before. Pass mark probably is 2 defensive rounds for Chiefs. They've got 2 opportunities to do so.
Yeah, we're 4 rounds in now. Every single opening kill has been converted into a round win. So you follow that line of thinking. 3 have gone the way of GG. They've been able to convert rounds 1, 3, 4. The only round Chiefs have been able to claim is off the back of an Odo opening kill. Cast down blinds back to the Jigsaw clutch. Round number 2 on this very site. So we'll see if Chiefs can double down, find success here side of staff and open area, or whether or not GG are going to potentially start running away with the grand final.
Unfortunately, due to the rehost, we do lose the KDA numbers, but I have them here. Brendo, 8 and 2. 2-0 on entry with a 100% cost. 209 EPS. Can he continue his domination here on Bank, especially in this opening half? 2 more rounds. GG get to a 5-1 lead, and I will be just about ready to call it. Some real critical rounds now for Chiefs to try and defend for the remainder of this half. They've got to start getting some opening kills, be a little bit more expressive on the defense. So far, it's been a lot of site anchoring and trying to play the util game, and it's not quite working. Too many times, Brendo's just been able to walk around and just get free kills. Skopos once again, but Skopos has been shut down. Fisher Guy with yet another entry kill in this grand final. And yet another entry kill for Gaming Gladiators. It's just far too one-sided in that department.
And that was on side itself as well. So
it's the difference maker in this grand final so far. It's the real big difference maker. Chiefs are just making it so much harder for themselves, where they're constantly having to bring these rounds back. So far, as he said before, guys, every opening kill is converted then into a round win for that team. Will that continue in the 5th round?
So top floor vacated by the defense. It was a good clear from GG. The pressure of the Skopos alleviated elsewhere by Fish. And that now opens up the avenue for Sage to get to work with the X-Kairos on these hatches. The final 2 Boogie Auto Breaches as well to help flush out.
This is being watched right now, by the way. It's very easy to also just destroy that camera, but does not matter. Brendo once again, through archives, has almost then a chance to get the kill onto Tex, but this round has just fallen away for Chiefs. Gaming Gladiators so strong on their attacks. A 2-5. And we haven't really seen in this grand final the capabilities for, well, arguably either team in bringing back this kind of round differential. Tex and Quiz must get the next 2 kills, must bring it back to a 2-3 as soon as possible. Tex trying to maybe get in position to clear the player over towards Archives. That's Brendo, while also still maybe watching for the drop. Flash is successful on to Quiz. He may be in a very dark room, but he's full white at that moment. Flawless round for Gaming Gladiators. It's a 4-1 lead. They are 3 maps away from the Montreal Major. Sorry, 3 rounds away. It's not quite a best of 7.
But yeah.
3 rounds away.
I'm not quite playing for the whole map pool. My brain is telling me to call it, but my heart wants the Chiefs to continue the fight.
I mean, this is the round though, right? You win this round for Chiefs and you at least get to that pass mark and you give yourself a very good chance then on your own attack. You lose this round and I will call it.
And their basement has actually, for 90% of the round, looked so good. It's the tail end where they've been let down. It was the very opening round of the map where no Nitro from Oda and a Vulcan canister left standing at default cost them the round, the lack of plant denial. Last attempt, it was Brendo able to march forward and find 2 picks long range. That broke down further plant denial attempts there, even though the Vulcan canisters were incredibly effective. So GG on this site know how to exploit win conditions. Chiefs need to do their absolute best to play the best bank defense they ever have.
So much riding on just 1 round. While it's not impossible for Chiefs to bring back a 5-1 deficit, certainly going onto the attack, that's a very difficult task. This round win would be such a relief for Chiefs. Just keeps them alive, keeps their head above water. Brendo, top square, entry through terrace. And once again, employed by GG. Those death marks, though, have been so strong. But Brendo himself, as a player, He's now past 30 kills, Guz. 31 and 15. And 5-3 on the entry. Jigsaw towards Archives. Ooh. Can he take this battle with Brendo and maybe win it for his team? Oh, he gives his way to that window. And Brendo will happily shoot him in the back. Jigsaw losing his life, but Cairo gets one elsewhere onto Tuhan. Shuts down the Ying as well. No more Candelas.
Almost traded. Able to escape. Locking down open area at the moment. Hatch open. Can fall. The death mark forcing him off.
It's an early gas spade as well from Oda. Drone in towards elevator. Tech's position known.
Can Tex maybe have a big round here? Been a little bit quiet this evening. Powerful position here in elevator if he can stall out time. Oda this time on blue stairs. This has been another point of weakness for the defense. Big moment for Oda.
But it doesn't fall for the fake drone. Does Oda. He's too experienced for that. Double kill blue stairs. Gas babe to deny maybe another player. Oda clutch on blue. And suddenly the round turns. Sage and Fisho need to bring it back from a 2-4 deficit. And Sage gives his life away to Quiz. Chiefs will indeed find that second round.
The series remains alive. Series remains alive. Massive moment from Oda to lock down that blue stairs position. And despite losing another opening duel, they were able to win the round.
And this is where Jigsaw needs to say in that round, boys, you got my back. I've got yours now in this next round. In this half on the attack, let me do my thing. Yep. He gave his life away in Archives. Brendo, as you said, got that opening kill. Oda. I mean, what are GG thinking there that the drone play is going to work again? And the double swing.
I would have seen that play before a million times in scrims. Come on.
So 4-2. Flip the half we go. Chiefs now onto the attack. And for those that maybe missed Chalet, of course, which was won by Chiefs, their attack was, well, very good. Very, very good in the opening half where they set themselves a 5-1 lead. Of course, different map, but, well, similar style. Yet even in that 5-1 half, they still gave up 4 opening kills to the defense for GG. There was that opening kill, and here was that double swing, which really wasn't even a proper double swing. But, I mean, the doorway's so small, you can't really fit both through at the same time. And Oda was well prepared.
10 seconds left before insertion.
And for whatever happens from here, Oda's had a pretty decent grand final.
5 seconds left before insertion.
18 and 20 at the moment.
Attacker's objective is to defuse.
But Brendo's been the absolute man. 3 players on GG with 20+ kills, including Fisho guy, only 1 on the side of Chiefs.
So the clash was banned out back on Chalet, the previous map in this series, but we'll see playtime here. And it's an aggressive peek for information over towards the sewer entry for Fish, just seeing if anybody wants to lurk server early. But the lurk is elsewhere. It's from Jigsaw, top square.
Most played operator.
As anticipated, has the Ash license to create as much chaos around the map as he possibly can.
Well, you can clearly see with the setup, GG are looking to deny any kind of default plan. Double stack canister, you've got the clash over towards server, you've got the smoke blue. This is where Chiefs, if your plan A is to hit server, forget it. Go plan B. You've got to go for either main stairs, vault, try and do something a little different here.
Could be a gold hit.
Otherwise, you're going to have to go through that shield. You're going to have to go through quite a lot of utility.
Yeah. This is gonna test the strategic depth a little bit of Chiefs, right? They're not a team that has been playing together for very long at all, especially if you factor in Jigsaw. It's been very brief.
Oh, Jigsaw, this is so aggressive down bot main.
Oh, he thought about it.
He did think about it, but there's a shotgun on the other side of the doorway. Oh, the peek on the right side. Brendo has an engagement, actually, in Garage. There's that right side peek. Now, I'm worried about the ACOG a little bit. If he does press forward, we'll block vision. Has he got a good cross here? Has he got the read? Jigsaw holds. If that peek comes through from Tuhan, he's going to die. Just sets the Claymore. Sage actually trying to play off it, but it's Cairo that finds the opening kill. But off of that opening kill, Jigsaw then thought he could maybe peek back again, bot main, but Sage had already got himself into a position. 4-4.
There's a lot of phantom pressure, though, over towards Garage now.
I went 3 for Jigsaw in this map, by the way. Well, since the rehost. It's actually 4-6 now overall.
Oh, Cairo can post up Garage. Seems like they are going to posture for default. Fisho went lurking for a potential rear hit, but doesn't find anything.
I think Cairo just got one of the Vulcan canisters with a shock drone, by the way. It's all one pop. Quiz has made his way towards server. This is not where you probably want to be. Clash, though, has fallen back in towards gold. So they've kind of given up this server position. Oda's going to go for the drop anyway. Vulcan canister will pop. Gas Babes, you imagine, will get thrown over. Kairo's got a really good cross. If anyone pushes too far forward, can't shoot the Clash. The plant is successful, though, from Oda. Sage and Tex, 1-for-1. They deal with Cairo, though, in towards Garage. Fisher's all by himself, though. Oda's gone and got the double. Not only did he get the plant, but he got the kills. Oda's still the king of this region.
They're cooking. One Nitro is all it would have taken to completely destroy that round. Wet was in gold, had a Nitro, didn't use it. They didn't have a read, they didn't anticipate the drop, they didn't hear the plant going down.
Well, what a final map from Oda right now, going positive. He's leading the way for his team in terms of kills overall. 4-3 scoreline, 2 rounds in a row for now Chiefs, and a good way to make a statement on their attacking half, taking basement. Lockers and CCTV will fall defensively for GG. That scoreboard looks a little healthier now, doesn't it? From 4-1 to 4-3. And if you're Chiefs, that's a nice little mental burden relieved. Just takes the pressure off ever so slightly. Tex since the rehost, by the way, as well. 3-1. Oda 4-1 since the rehost. Jigsaw, though, 0-3.
Opening pick, converted into a round win again. Yeah, Wedables, Nitro in pocket. Unable to deny. So round 8, top floor. And Chiefs looking to bring out one of the more ancient strats here.
I wonder if Tuhan's going to go just for a full-blown flank here on the Mozzie. Does he maybe even eventually go basement and then make his way back up? And at the moment, staff, but...
Well, Vert Nitro denial into the OCE strat here could be the play.
I wonder if he's eventually long-term thinking something like an Archives hit later on. Which means as of right now, he's got the license to go wherever. Jigsaw's already top main.
Well, top square, yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah, top square. He's watching Tuhan go down main.
He could catch them here.
He could just continue. Oh, the Azami's just picked out. Brendo's dead. Stock has been lost.
And how often do we see back-to-back entry deaths for Brendo? Very rare.
Tex on the Ossa. Just gets a peek in with the shield up. Tuhan. Again, he's a big factor in this round, though, for Gaming Gladiators. There's a bit of pressure on him to find something on this flank, because it means there's only 3 on site right now. Which, the fact that there's only 3 defenders on site means that this repel game from Chiefs should be rather uncontested. But Tuhan, the slow flank up blue stairs. The Chiefs clued on.
They're all outside the map at the moment. Jigsaw has completely vacated square.
He's got to go place Claymores.
Yeah, he's outside as well. The Tuhan rotates.
Deal with the mirror window as well, so the util, the reason why...
So Tuhan's already used his Nitro, so that threat from below...
He's back up main.
Mitigated.
Maybe expecting one to make their way in front entrance. Where's he going here? He's got some kind of information. There's a drone that gets shot. Tuhan maybe thinking his position known over towards Talers now. He'll eventually make his way through Archives, but he's found an engagement, but doesn't lose even a lick of damage. 1 EE, 1D for Cairo.
Chiefs probably think that he still has Nitro if they didn't see him use the prior one. Well, the one that he's already...
Oh, he didn't shoot the drone, by the way. He never got rid of it. Cairo droning on by. I think Tuhan's going to get droned here in Archives. I think they're very much aware of the fact that 2 is flanking.
Yeah, do they elect to go for him, though?
This is a default Talon shield to block the top square push, then go into sight, try and get the plant behind the other one. Tuhan's still in Archives. Jigsaw trying to maybe clear out Janitor, and it's a free mirror. Sage will go down. No one watching for his flank in the hallway. And the plant right now going down. There's no Nitro Cell. You called that one out earlier. Tuhan's going to have to just shoot him.
Oh,
he does do so. There's still 20 seconds left, and they know there is one down below. Wedables. The castle barricade's keeping him quite safe. Going for the pickup.
Oh, this is
Jigsaw's
scary.
top square. Is he going to go hunting for Tuhan? 14 seconds left. You guys are going to clear him. You know he's still
2
battling.
HP.
He's on 2 HP for Tuhan. Once again, denies a second kill in the round. Found Wedables knows he could win this round by denying once again. He got the kill. 2v1. Got to stick the plant. Got to win this plant now. Jigsaw will do it. Tuhan on 2 HP. How fitting in a 2v1.
This is tough. 2 HP for Tuhan. And Quiz has already jumped outside. Jigsaw
Just needs to play for a bit of time and information.
He's got a drone in lobby, but that's not going to help him. He's got really no information.
It's impossible.
One on the rappel, up close, it's Jigsaw! It's 3 in a row for the Chiefs! And I heard that timeout has been taken. And I think some choice words coming their way from Titan.
How do we shut down Jigsaw? Running rampant inside of the server that round. Began his march forward up square stairs, found the opening kill, then rotated to aid the rest of the team. Trueheart tried his very best from down below, despite using the Nitro Cell early on in the round, denied it once. And then the Chiefs, a little bit overambitious, went for the exact same plant right here and denied again. But then they took it into their own hands. Kit rotated, planted chassis, couldn't be denied that time around.
Oh no.
And a rehost has been called.
Oh, another tech. My goodness, this grand final. If there's ever a grand final that's going to have tech issues and delay, I don't mind it. I want to just continue to just soak this in and enjoy it.
We can marinate in the match a little bit, Jakey.
Oh. Well, we all get a little breather here. We all get to kind of dissect what's happening. It's an even scoreline, 4-4 Guz. Momentum with the Chiefs. Does this timeout, though, just dissipated a little bit when we get back into the server. Do you feel like when we get back in, it's all squared up, it's 4-4, out of a tech? Or do you think the momentum will carry for the Chiefs?
Do you want to find out after the break?
You know what? Let's find out after the break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for what was a lengthy delay. In fact, probably the longest delay we've ever had in this region. Now, I've got some bad news and some good news. The bad news is, unfortunately, Jigsaw and Oda both experienced a net outage. Now, I'm going to read this here because it's...
we got the lawyers on board.
Oh, I got the lawyers on board. Now, after trying to proceed with both their internet and via hotspotting their phone, they were unable to get online. The issue was escalated to Senior League Ops in Blast, and the decision was made to wait as the two players traveled to an alternate destination to play. Now, said alternate destination happens to be the headquarters for Chiefs, and they are in the lobby. Now, we are very excited for that, guys. Big delay, but the grand final is back on, baby, and we are heading back to Bank where the scoreline is 4-4. Now, I've got to say, first and foremost, I don't usually do this, but what a job from everyone behind the scenes, all the admins, everyone involved to try and make sure this grand final can, of course, continue. These are extenuating circumstances, guys. This is not a regular play day.
No.
And this is where, well, admin discretion was certainly advised.
Look, we often say that OCE is a pretty irregular league, but we certainly have never had anything of this magnitude. And I'm just glad that we get into the bloody game and we can finally have a conclusion.
Very unorthodox grand final, hasn't it? Something about grand finals this stage, if for those that watch the NA grand final as well, that one was, well, ever extended. I think we've beaten them now, though, guys.
Yeah.
Now we've all got to reset. When I threw from the break, I posed the question about momentum. It's all gone. It's all evaporated. I mean, Jigsaw and Oda are now at a completely different location. Things have changed quite dramatically as we now prepare to continue this grand final. For those that have just tuned in, 1-1. 7-3 on Cafe to Gaming Gladiators, 7-4 to Chiefs on Chalet, and we pick back up on Bank at a 4-4 scoreline. To go even further in depth, it was a 4-1 scoreline to Gaming Gladiators, and then the double net dropout for both Jigsaw and Oda as they got it to 4-4. We are underway, though. We head to lockers and CCTV. And now for the players, this is where it's quite difficult because none of them would have been in a situation like this, guys, for all of them.
No.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Very rare for that sort of delay in play. So we're forging new ground for both of these teams and their ability to refocus, reset to the task on hand, which is a spot at the Montreal Major on the line for the winner of this map. And another technical pause has been called. You are kidding me.
Wow. Technical pause called by Gaming Gladiators, and we will rehost the round. It is within due time. Smiles there from Brendo.
You gotta laugh.
All you can do at this point is laugh. Gaming Gladiators, of course. Wow. We just wanted to extend things a little bit longer, guys.
Well, I'm just glad that the tech pause happened and was called in time. There's nothing worse than happening deeper into the action phase, so...
You can see, of course, Oda in a completely new location, and, well, Jigsaw looks about the same. But I do promise, of course, he is over there now with Oda, and... Oh, wow. I don't know what to say, guys. This was not on the bingo card tonight, that's for sure. I don't think it's on any bingo card, typically. And now into a rehost. We have really tried to one-up North America.
Yeah, hopefully pretty straightforward rehost here, or rejoin of this. Well, we'll be before rehost now.
I almost don't even want to go to break, to be honest, because I'm a little bit scared after what happened last time. Let's just kind of continue on. We can do a little Jake and Guz show if we want.
Oh, boy.
That's I mean, to be fair, there's actually not that much to talk about, as we've just been sitting here for the last 40 minutes wondering whether or not this grand final would or would not continue. And obviously for the players themselves, they're in a similar position. But yeah, unfortunately, in this instance, it will be a full-blown rehost. We will go to a break, but I do promise you, we will come back. And we will continue this grand final.
We will finish this game eventually.
We will finish this game. I will make sure of it. Don't go too far. We will be back with the grand final after this. Well, we have returned once again, as promised, into Bank. And I very much do apologize, of course, for all of these delays out of our hands, but I have to apologize.
We will finish this game, Jake. We didn't promise
At this
when.
point, we have to.
We didn't promise when,
Yeah,
but we will finish it.
I really, really hope that that's it and that we can just finish this off.
Can't say that.
I'm just saying I really hope. Oh, I don't like that.
Oh.
Don't show me the cam. Show me the game.
Defenders protect.
Okay. Sorry, PTSD. All right, one more time, shall we?
Shall we?
It's the third map of this, well, ever-long grand final, which certainly will be remembered. 4-4. And we can finally get underway. We actually changed site as well, which I think is fine. So we go from lockers CCTV to staff and open area. And away we go for Chiefs and Gaming Gladiators. Again, I kind of have to just remind everyone, right, who have only just tuned in.
Well, there'd be plenty of people probably at this hour that have never watched OCE.
Exactly.
We are going quite late.
Welcome. We don't usually go this long.
5 seconds left.
It was a 4-1 lead to GG. Chiefs then won 3 in a row, and then tech issues for, well, the last hour.
Out to locate a bomb and defuse.
As you can see on the top right, Cafe was won by Gaming Gladiators 7-3. Chalet then won 7-4 by Chiefs, and here we are at a standstill. A very long standstill. 4-4. And we've made it past further than the previous rehost, and, well, we look good now and underway. Locked in and focused for Oda. Everyone is pretty much on an equal footing in terms of all 10 players in the server.
I'm just waiting to see 2:30 tick over, and then it can't be rehosted. Wait.
1:30, and the round is live.
We're going to get a round of Siege.
All right.
Let's go.
Oda on the rappel outside. GG on defense here. And we all have to just find a way to lock back in. Should only take a round. This feels like a very big round now, though, guys. I mean, external circumstances, because Jigsaw, though, he feels the aggression.
Oh, he's comfortable.
He is in the server, and he takes out Janitor, but loses his life. Sage dead, but his brother is able to get the remonstration. And Tuhan elsewhere gets rid of Cairo off of that logic bomb. It's only success for the defensive team.
So Chiefs then trailing in this round. Who will be the one to maybe step up here and clutch it back?
Should know Wettables is elevators. The way that Oda's holding main stairs does have the diffuser, really does need to get this kill. But Wettables doesn't really need to move. He can just hold this position, making pushing through beepers very difficult.
Needs pressure elsewhere. Problem being that there's no utility to flash him out.
Does have time. There's about over a minute remaining.
There is ammo in the hive launcher. That's about it.
No drone, though, for Oda in hand, so can't just quick clear with a drone. Tex making his way through towers at the moment. Of course, lost the Dockerby, so no more Logic Bomb quiz with a little lurk in through Garage.
How do they break this cross? Well, the answer, I don't think they will. Tuhan continues his run.
Yellow ping intel on Wettables' position. Kwan Hive Launcher does go out. Knows there's one over towards Towers as well. Tuhan loitering around lobby. Default shot out. 45 seconds left, but now looking like a very winnable round for Gaming Gladiators. Would take something very special here from Oda and Quiz. Quiz must try and help unlock this position. The smoke could certainly aid for the push from the cross in towards Towers, though. Tuhan's the one to watch. He could very much have a good sightline in towards, but the smoke does deny said position, doing all this to try and take out Wettables. Once now finally successful. 20 seconds left. There's actually very little time. Oda actually now finds his way in towards open.
Ooh.
Quiz with a big kill on to Fisho. Oda's got the kit, and he's in sight with 13 seconds. He goes for the plant. Quiz may be expecting a flank over through beepers. And he might not be wrong, because Tuhan making his way from Towers, he ended up getting the kill, but the plant will be successful unless denied last second. Tuhan's on 4 HP and he doesn't move. Oda's going to stick it. Can Oda win it? He doesn't know where he is, though. He should know beepers. Tuhan gives his position away. Oda just has to hit a body shot. A toe shot will do. And how about that from Oda? Cool and collected. It's a new location, but it's the same old Oda. 2v4 clutch round from Chiefs, and GG for the first time on Bank give up the lead.
Oh mate, Oda looks like he's very very happy with that one.
Look at what it means to these players, though. Everyone could be frustrated with what's going to happen tonight, but no more than the 10 inside this server. A spot to go to Montreal, and all the issues aside, it comes down to a 2v4 clutch from Oda.
Well, and a 1v1 between Oda and Tuhan.
Oda won it.
He did.
So 5-4.
And that's a 4-round streak.
And now we go basement. But it started with Jigsaw.
Yeah, I mean, really good entry into that Gen Hall position. We then saw a massive stall out, but the overpeak from Wet was punished, and Chiefs had such a good read there, able to get that plant down.
Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go!
Calls for the reset in the comms. I think it was from Jig. Just wanting to reset the team mentally as they look to build upon this streak further. It's been 4 straight, as I mentioned. The last round of the first half, 3 attacks now in a row.
Yeah, I mean, this is where, though, the mental of these players is going to be tested more than probably ever before. Jigsaw, though, he just looks locked in. Default not being watched, he can push through main. And down bot main he goes, and again, with Default not being watched, this position should be unknown. Now, last time he lost this, though.
Yeah, he loves this Loke. He's done it before in this series. Long time ago now.
Yeah. And he's just in position. He can wait. That is actually a very aggressive position to hold like that, though, guys. And now he does make the move. It's a second opening kill for Jigsaw in 2 rounds. And Weddipals now has to just sit and watch cams.
And that's the power of Jigsaw. Just lurks into that position, gives away nothing. Default camera, so he has been spotted.
But, of course, his position already known anyway, default or not. Now's the time to just shoot it out, though. And he does. Cairo. Oh. I mean, Sage is probably not one to swing this with a shotgun, though. He's better than that.
No.
He knows his win con is to hold. He's got the barbed wire. He's got the 3 gas babes. They've got admin hatch opened up. And I tell you what, it's early on in this 10th round, but they're in a really good position here, Chiefs, to capitalize.
Yeah, they'll know it.
And they could find themselves with 2 major points. Barbed wire and the push through. The clash, though, feels like a pretty big boss to deal with, though. Fisher guy taking the blue stairs position away from Sage as he rotates back to site. Like Capitao, though, annoying. And pushes Fisher guy back deeper into server.
Oh, yeah, he commits to server. There is a rotate, though. Hatch open. But the clash with the shield facilitated. Second firebolt used. Fisher doesn't get caught from the hatch up above, but he does eventually.
From behind, and suddenly the Chiefs have absolutely overwhelmed the site. GG capitulating here.
Uh-oh.
With a major spot on the line, Chiefs have got themselves a 3-player advantage. Brendo with a good sightline, and he's able to at least get some damage onto Cairo, but not the down. And Jigsaw dominating towards main. Beepers is his, and Tuhan will fall. Brendo so good. The young goat, but a 1v5, maybe even beyond him. And with little to no utility. Nothing, in fact, only his gun in hand, and that will not be enough. The Chiefs, for all the issues tonight, have now got 2 major points. And what must Gaming Gladiators be feeling right now? And now, from memory, they have not taken their time out, and they use it now.
Oh, that must be startling for GG. And this is where Titan earns his paycheck. This is where a coach of his experience overseas over many years on great rosters is going to be oh so valuable in trying to reset this squad. Every idea they tried there in that round fell flat off the back of that Jigsaw entry, compounded into a flawless round.
Nice. Reset.
Yeah, reset indeed.
If you yell reset enough times, does it just clear the mental?
Well, I mean, you don't want to get overhyped in the same way that GG can't now go flat.
Yeah.
The question is that, and this is really difficult for GG, guys, because you're in 2 minds. Do you get aggressive here on defense? Because Jigsaw's made 2 entries and 2 successful entries. Do you just tell Brendo,
that's 3,
go off site, kill him?
Well, Brendo's lost 2 entry fights this half. One against Cairo round 7, one against Jigsaw round 8. All of these opening picks, or the last 3 at least, have been within the first minute of the round. So they are getting map entry uncontested and losing these fights. And for the most part, rather uncontested as well. So they're getting caught off guard and not being able to put those key playmaking opportunists in positions to shut down these entry positions. So
5 rounds won in a row from Chiefs. They were 4-1 down. Won 3 in a row, and then, well, tech issues, of course, happened, and well, they've come out the other side for the better. 2 major points. 2 opportunities to head to Montreal to take down this gladiator kingdom. That this is their region.
It's the dynasty of OCE.
But is Oda the real king?
Will they topple them? Just one more round.
How important is first kill here?
There has been 1 round, Jake. 1 round where the entry is not being converted.
Slam dunk. Jigsaw, beepers. 3 opening kills in a row from Jigsaw with the major spot on the line. He has risen. Like a phoenix from the ashes, returning to Oceania to try and salvage this region. But it's all stations right now for Gaming Gladiators. Everyone, top floor, no flank, no roam. No license to go hunting.
So last time we saw this, right, a while ago now, we saw Tuhan below on the Mozzie looking for Nitro denial into this OCE setup. It looks to me like Chiefs are going to go for a very similar push from that top square position for the default OCE strat. GG bringing different tools and positions this time around in an attempt to try and shut that down.
Calm composure on the face of Cairo, looking to make his first international event. Tuhan has never gone to an international event, and joining this roster, he would have thought it's a foregone conclusion. Oda subbed out of GG, Tuhan picked up. They thought they got better, but all they did was create a monster, a rival. Tex on the rappel, top square, top floor. Last time out, the Talon Shield was, well, very useful. Good drone into Janitor. Sage has got a mute jammer, but it's not helping out with the drone behind him. Yokai in vision. Over a minute left and a slow round here.
Yeah, both teams are looking to play information at the moment.
Opening kill. Jigsaw once again for the 4th round in a row. And the Yokai dealt with. Every kingdom eventually crumbles. Even maybe this one.
Oh,
but Wedables does get rid of Tex, and that's a huge kill on the Ossa. That's a big win con now taken off the board.
How do they get this plant down? They might be forced to try and send it deep and find picks instead. The win condition rapidly changing here for Chiefs. 35 seconds on the board.
Frags thrown out from Jigsaw. Can he get this kill? Up main, yes he can. On to Tuhan. Advantage once again Chiefs, but the win con is still that plant. 25 seconds left, and once again from Wedables, but Quiz, Oda, they combine. Wedables needs the 1v2, or you will not be going to the major. Can you believe it? Wet versus Oda. No, it's Quiz. 1v1. He's got the quad. Wedables for the ace to save GG with 10 seconds left. Quiz has got the diffuser in his hand. He's got the major in his hand. And Wedables has the opportunity to take it from him. Wedables thought he was going to try and push. He sticks the blend. He gets the kill. And Quiz and the rest are off to Montreal. Oda was cast aside from the kingdom, but every king returns to claim his crown.
Wow, and the emotion overflowing there for Chiefs with a massive upset performance this evening. And who else but Quiz? Well, I mean, what a stage he's had, what a phenomenal play. Great attempt by Wet, but not enough, and not enough for GG to continue their run.
What a grand final. I don't think you could ever repeat a grand final like that. I'm not sure if you would want to. Chiefs are packing their bags and heading to Montreal for Gaming Gladiators. It's back to the drawing board as we go back to the couch.
Holy shit. What a game. That is... Let's fucking go!
Look at Quiz. Look at his face.
That's one for the ages.